I started passing out some iron pills around him. I seen Mike in the bathroom. I seen he had a scab. I was trying to figure what happened. Why he had so much scab and stuff on him. He told me he had all that shea butter on, and that sun melted, so he started frying. I started peeling it off. I said, man, like a drumstick from church. What the? Appreciate everybody. Appreciate Mr. Yahuah. Always thing he has done. Look at the world where it's going. Can't be much longer. I was looking at other countries. I think Pakistan. They're looking at well, if I'm not looking to, if I'm correct, was the prime minister for Pakistan. I don't think they have a president. They might. He's looking to abolish the whole the parliament. Everybody getting ready to ruling parties. The Israel, Netanyahu, he's trying to override the Supreme Court. Everybody got something going on. Donald Trump tried to overthrow the Democratic election here. I mean, that's where the world at. Everybody crazy. Niger, they overturned when the military took it over. And now France upset because they were colonized. Everybody breaking their colonialism. Let's see what colonialism is. So you kind of see where you're at. But you got imperialism, colonialism. How many of y'all not familiar with them? Colonialism, imperialism. So everybody else know. That's right. So the other people that raise their hand for get y'all to stamp and explain to her what it is. But then tell her what imperialism is. No, Dan, tell her what imperialism is. Dan, tell them what colonialism is. Huh? Let's say colonialism. Colonialism is where one country physically exerts complete control over another country. And imperialism is formal or informal economic and political domination of one country over the other. In a nutshell, colonialism can be thought of as a practice of domination and imperialism as an idea behind the practice. These are things, y'all young people, take a picture and put it in there because a lot of them don't know. And you don't know. And see, what I want y'all to do, when you don't know, this is how you beat them out. All you got to do is know. That's it. I don't know what 2 + 2 is. I'm going to stay stupid? What is it? 4. So now you just put yourself on an equal playing field. I want to teach our young people, don't let people beat you out. Don't be afraid to look up something. It's a lot of stuff you're not going to know when you're dealing with systems and you're dealing, especially in this system. In order to operate and be effective, you need to know what you're under. And a lot of times our people don't know, and this is why we get into a lot of heartaches and a lot of break. Like people get let down because they feel like the system let them down. I don't know why. The system could never let me down. I never used to lift me up. This is just being honest. I saw somebody they put something in our thread about the young man, was it in Mississippi, Alabama, when 9 police beat him. Most of them don't read it. 6 police in Mississippi and molested him with toys, sex toys and all. I mean, okay. So, see, really, I really had a lot of comment for it. I mean, what we're gonna do? See, at what point do you come to the point, do you get to, you're sick of just talking? See, there are a race of people they're not doing no talking. At some point, you got to stop. I mean, what did they do that they hadn't done already, or that's not already normal? I mean, something's wrong with you, sick, and it plays to the fact of demeaning a person. it's one thing even when you know you beat a person, but when you take on the sexual abuse part, that's a different sickness. And this is what happened in slavery, like, cutting the quote unquote black man genitals off, stripping him down naked. What's the purpose of me seeing him looking at him naked? And then they do the same thing with sports. They do the same thing with sports. You got to take your clothes off. They got to weigh it. They got to check it. They got to play with your groin, cough. How many times I've been on the field, I'm going to be on the field, somebody going to grab my groin, I got to cough. Just let it be practical. What are they going to say? That's to find if I got a hernia. Well, I assure you grabbing that cough, it ain't going to work. There's other ways of checking it because they find some way to demean you and make it seem almost like it's appropriate. There's no reason that everywhere we've been, we genital grab. You can't go to jail, you got to pull your clothes off. Open your behind hole up. Let me tell you, it's never slavery we done it. We had to do it in sport. When they box, first thing you got to wear your draw and step in and do like this. Tell me why I got to wear my draw. What is this going to do for the boxing match? This has nothing to do with me boxing. There's nothing we do that doesn't have some form of demeaning us. It's always a practice. All of the sports we get come from the Romans. So what? They play these same sports naked. Wrestling. Everything we got, it comes from them. It's tight pants, gripping, always butt naked men, always something doing. It has nothing to do with nothing other sport. Absolutely nothing. There's no reason when I get through, I do so good to pat me on my behind. What is it? What is it? Man, that's football. Seriously? I mean, just be honest. What do me making a tackle, me making a catch, me throwing, why I got to come and grab, my booty didn't throw the ball. Why do we have to touch my behind? That just, you know what I'm saying? That, that's like, no, I don't know. Why? And everybody, you know what happens to all of us? We just succumb to everything without questioning. Oh man, you scared or something? Yeah, I'm scared because I want to know what make you want to pat me on my behind. I'm a man. Why would you pat me on my behind? But so here we have a situation of, see, it's a little deeper than just the abuse when they went to the sexual part of the man. See, it's always about demeaning the quote unquote black man. That's the whole stump breaking, whole end with that. See, whenever they had us in slavery, it was a form of breaking us down and humiliating us in front of our family. To strip you naked, to do something sexual to you, because now how your wife gonna look at you? I just saw this man on your behind. Okay, you're a victim, but at the same time, I gotta look at you a little different now. And they knew this caused havoc in your home. The same way, when if my wife get taken and I watch the slave master lay on top of her, now she couldn't fight back without her dying, and then we have kids. So now it's gonna put a little wedge in between us. This was purpose. He gonna go back to his home, his wife gonna still treat him the same. She ain't gonna look at him no different. She ain't gonna say, I'm getting a divorce and I'm leaving with half the slaves because I seen you have sex with this black woman, or I seen you lay on top of this black man. It's gonna cause a problem in our home. It's gonna break our home up. Because psychologically, come on, how you gonna look at it? You just watch these white men just demean him, whip him, tie him up, and he hollering and screaming for his life. And he gonna come in and say, listen here now, this is my house. Oh, what that mean? Oh, nothing, it's your house. What you say? So now it moved to as soon as you don't like something, pick up the phone, call the police. It's embedded in you. It's embedded you to play afraid of your husband to call the police on him, to get rid of him. It's embedded in you. It's embedded us to look at you differently because you were a product of him taking you and raping you. Let's just be honest, what was he gonna do? Stand up, be a man, and defend his wife getting taken by a white man. Tell him, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Until you're gonna check. I'm gonna tell you something. Whew. Yeah. You stand up to defend your wife who's getting taken by the slave master is your immediate death. And probably the death of your kids. So now you got to process this. My wife just got taken. What man what like? I don't care what color race man. Huh? But at the point, what are you going to do? Now she might look at you and say, you ain't do nothing. And what was I going to do? Because he was going to kill me and kill the kids. Because remember, because if I got sons and my sons see you kill me, what they going to possibly be proud in their mind? So my move of defending you, protecting you, was gonna lead to you still gonna get raped. I'm gonna be dead and our sons. So I gotta sit here and eat it. You're always gonna deal with, she's gonna blame you. Don't feel bad later, because we're gonna blame you for getting raped. You holler and scream, you know what we're gonna say? You could have hollered louder. You can, and what this gonna do when you anger him? What are you gonna say? Well, I need to stop this because you hollering too much. He right. I'm finna stop it. I'm finna knock your teeth out your mouth. I'm finna choke you till you die. You see, both people have been victims of the system, and we just can't. And it's inbred in us to have a distrust for each other. It's inbred in us to have a dislike for each other. It's natural. It's natural. And see, we don't talk about enough to fix it. We don't. I mean, it's a lot of pressure on both parties. You know what I'm saying? Both parties had to deal with it. You know, they saw, and it worked. They saw, here's a home that unified. I took these people from somewhere, and these people came together, two different cultures, although they're the same skin color, and they managed to work together and make it work. They managed to raise a family and have stability in a home. I can't have that. Because the purpose when I came and take them was to destabilize them. That's the only way to keep you in your process, to keep you work. What? Listen, you know what? No police never had the process. Man, we do this and beat that guy and start shoving stuff in here behind. Man, these black people gonna have a riot. And they'll all unify and get together, and they'll come and they'll take over and they'll become the police, the president. They'll start building banks. You think that probably ran through their mind?
Not at all. Not one time.
You know how they were. They were kind of like them hyenas on the Lion King. When they got scared, they said, "Oh, it ain't nothing but you, Scar. We thought it was Mufasa." Ooh, Mufasa. Ooh, when I hear the name, it just meant, ooh, Mufasa. Y'all remember that?
Yes, sir.
With Scar, what they said? Man, Scar, they know, Scar, you ain't gonna do nothing. You want us. That's what they looked at. What we gonna do? See, I'm for the intelligent move. You stop it by breaking away from the system. That's all. No need to hate. Listen, yes, it's normal to hate them. It's normal. Oh, man, come on, man, them crackers dead, and I'm sick of them crackers. So what we gonna do? Man, them crackers, man, I'm sick of them crackers. My blood pressure high. He pissed. He gonna get a bill. And this man's rape and his beating, what happened? So let's do something effective. Oh, and then we go get the T-shirts, and you know how powerful that is. Say a name. You know how you say a name, George Floyd. Say it. Ooh, see? Like Mufasa. It does nothing. I get a shirt and put Black Lives Matter, and white folks get scared. White folks, first of all, their fear was they looked at. Listen, the 70s had them in a situation they had the breakers. They used Michael Jackson. In the 70s, the more powerful hairdo we had was the fro and the braids. Natural was in. Y'all wasn't living. You know, in the 70s, the fro, the natural. I mean, that was it. Everybody called it natural. That was it, the natural. So you had to look at people like these people wearing dashikis. These people, and the colors were the quote unquote equivalent colors. So white people watched us and looked at these people. You want to go, what's up, so man, slide me 5, man, so I can stay alive. They laugh. That's how you talk. You just give me 5, man, slide me 5 so I can stay alive. You know what I'm saying? Cool cat. It was things you say. It was the way we vibed each other where you sent energy. You had two energy units passing energy to each other. We want to say, man, what's up, nigga? What's up, sissy nigga? Punk nigga? Like, we don't greet each other like that. We shouldn't. But see, they looked at you had to, listen, I'm telling you, in the 70s, the energy was different. Not that we didn't have violence, but energy was different. When a man say he'll call her Miss Lady. How you doing, Miss Lady? He said, no, when that time man will call you Miss Lady? You see what I'm saying? I mean, they changed the energy. So now you got two energy fighting against each other. True, a negative and a positive can work like a car battery. But when you deal in society, people, we have to have negative, we have to have energy, we have to have positive to work. Negative to positive work when you're dealing with vehicles, when you're dealing with this electricity, when you're dealing with people, it's positive to positive. We taught our the word commensal. Remember that? That's meant to exist inside of without injuring. Which means we had learned how to do that commensal. That's even sitting down and eating without taking something from one another. See, we hadn't learned how to do that. These people have words. See, they learned that that's like I said, it comes from science. They watch where different things, organisms can work together inside of one another and not injure or take anything from one another. They put us inside of something they call, let me see, a project. That's all you are. We so stupid. Tell me, Justin, if you don't mind. Well, I don't want to use you. You ain't wear white long enough. Chris, no offense to you, because I know you've been trying to be the best white you can be, but there are others. What community have you known that Caucasian have been in that's called the projects? It started out with white people. Take what home? Called the project. Projects were big, because project, that's the oldest project in Atlanta. Take what home was. I don't know about the first, because no, the first one, Lyndon Johnson actually came out with the projects. I think so. I think Lyndon Johnson. Uncle Ted, you've been living long. The project. Sir? The pork and meat talking about in Miami. You think that's the oldest? That's probably one of the worst of them. That's probably one of the worst. If it ain't the first, it's the worst. It's gonna be hard to beat pork and bean. I don't know if it's a good project. They're looking it up. They're gonna end all that. If I'm correct, the project should have came out through Lyndon Johnson. That came with that kind of like that affordable kind of living, and that project came in to break us down. Ghetto. Most of y'all familiar with the ghetto? See, how many of y'all don't know that the ghetto is actually a Jewish word? That's for a Jewish community. How many of y'all didn't know that? That's what ghetto is. Didn't know that? They need to say that's what ghetto is. See, people, they don't like you say. See, certain stuff you say. When you ever heard quote unquote Jewish people say they live in the ghetto? The ghetto. Well, let's look at the word. So people, I need my young people, especially my young people. Everyone, you need to educate yourself. You hurt yourself when you don't know words. You don't know they give you stuff. You fight against it. Why were you the people living in the ghetto when the ghetto actually refers to a Jewish community? And then you've been told you were African American and you were Gentiles, but yet you grew up in the ghetto. What they told us, good time, where did they live at? Projects ghetto, what the terminology. So we'll look it up and see. Where's the oldest housing project? Under the New Deal addressed the country housing infrastructure needs. Techwood Homes, in Atlanta, Georgia, 1935 at the first. Well, that's before Lyndon Johnson. Okay. Well, Lyndon Johnson, bro. Justin, you didn't know that, did it? You didn't know that Techwood Home was the oldest project? You gotta be ashamed. You call yourself a white man. What kind of white man are you? Isn't that right? See, I knew where to go. My mind don't lead me wrong. Yeah. That's right there by Georgia Tech. Now you'll see them cartoons on them buildings. You ever seen them building with them cartoons? Y'all ever seen them cartoons? That's Techwood Home. That used to be Techwood Home. Yeah, I've been over there. Yeah, I don't go over there. There's some places I hung. I don't go to. I don't care what they rename. I know them niggas still up underground. I'm not coming over there. I know what Techwood Home do. This guy went in there one day. He was pissed. They had them beat him out some stuff. He had a vet, took the top out of there. He went through that, let loose in that thing. Yeah, he should have looked at a map and learned he was going down the dead end, had to come back out. And should have had more bullets. It's just bad to go and play. You need to look at a map. Am I going to be able to do this and go out, the opposite way versus I'm going to have to turn around and come back out and I'll shut off my bullets. See that? Caucasian, Techwood Home. Well, you'll start out with them, but then we more succumb to it. Look, but this is what you want to look at. Now, they may have started here, but as you can see, the project worked for them. Welfare, a lot of it was created for Caucasian people. Most of y'all, how many of y'all didn't know that? It was, welfare is for your being, your well-being. So welfare was set up for them because they had white people in poverty. So those programs were set up to help assist them. So once they, set themselves up, they were able to move people out and put people on their side. It hurt you. See that? Now make no mistake, white people are still on it now. The white woman is the queen of it. It's been a proven fact that they own it, but they don't show you that information. So when they go on there and they start complaining, when they come and say, there you go, them girls in the project and get their kids some FUBU. Sweetie, you can't buy enough FUBU to hurt their country. Too cheap. What they buying, what they get, the amount of food stamp they get them, the amount of help and assistance they get them, the country's in a deficit. We're at a loss. But they don't show you that. They only show you what people of color do. It's impossible. First of all, let's do the numbers again. You used to make up 12%. You make up 11% of the total population of 100%. Okay, 100%. Let me ask y'all, how many of y'all in here are on the system? that you get welfare system. 1, 2, 3. So you gonna tell me that's 3 of him? Out of what, 100 people? So you gonna tell me 11% of the total population got the country in a deficit? Let's not forget now, you also have approximately 6% of your 11 that's incarcerated. So now we're gonna have to go deal with the 5%. So we're gonna say the 5% of these people are the people that are taking up ahead of the country in a deficit from assistance. See, people not that bright. See, people not that bright. If you sit them down and just do numbers, it's impossible for 11% to be the majority of anything. Right. It's impossible. Out of 100, 11 just cannot be the majority. That does not make sense, okay? You only make up 11% of the population. And remember, the majority of your population are more women than men. You have a large majority of your population that's incarcerated. So your numbers don't make sense. Stop letting people tell you stuff about you. Right. That's stupid. Right. You sick. You sick. I feel like you sick. How am I tell about her? You sick. In my book, she's sick. Are you not sick? I take her blood pressure. It ain't where I want to be. I'm saying, see? You said, well, mine normal. That used to be normal. That's abnormal now. See, I'm going to control it. Then she's going to have to take the pill because all I do is change the number, change the game. 120 over 80, she'll come up 120 over 80. She need to go on blood pressure pills. She's borderline. Any day now, she don't have blood pressure. So I start her on a pill now. That pill will go in and start cycling, it should mess up her kidneys. It's going to start to damage her eyesight. She's going to need to look at glaucoma. This is a project. See, all your projects not in apartments. When you go in the doctor office, you're a project. Right. Project taking well, people convince them they're sick. Right. I need y'all to, the reason why I'm telling y'all young people, I want you to think for yourself. Think for yourself. Don't let somebody tell you something about you that you know for yourself. That's stupid. Why would you? Y'all got a lot of stuff that they grade you by. Whose chart is that? Right. That's not your chart. Our people, let me tell you something. You know what killed off a lot of old people in the country? When them retarded younger people went to the city and convinced them they need to go to the doctor. Them old folk were doing good down now. Soon we got to go. They know them telling them folk lived a long time. Granddad, you don't go to the doctor? I ain't gonna tell you what wrong. I said, ain't nothing wrong with me. Let them go to that doctor. Diabetic, glaucoma, cancer, everything. Man around there that man eating possum with chitlin and crackling cornbread. And turnip green with fat back in it. Doing fine. Soon as he went down. Man told man, you probably ain't gonna make out this doctor office. Granddaddy got so many appointments when he get through. How you get all these appointments when you get older? Folk need to poke and pick you every other week. You don't get months off. You'd be once a year. Then every other week. Come back tomorrow. Come back next week. Come back, sit you in the waiting room and press you to death. Magazine with number sick folks on it, white folk laughing. Medical help, name this right here. Will I die at 60 and you 68? You're like, oh my goodness. All them books just laid out pretty, all them books designed. Read one of them, any one of them will kill you. A lot of folks, pick a card. Pick a book, all the book design make you sicker. And all they're gonna do is play with you. They got the pharmaceutical company who's wooing them, who's dating them, who's giving them new products, telling them, try this on your, look at that, for Seneca, what's that shot they got for diabetic? That for Seneca, what is it for Seneca? I started eating. That pen, not EpiPen, that's something different. I think for Seneca is the one they giving all these folk losing weight, the Hollywood star got it, oh, they dying now. Oh yeah, they took medication, they don't listen. So let me tell you what happened. See, when they invent something, it don't work the way they want, all you do is change the name. Okay, show how it worked. When we went in there, it was Desert Storm. When we first went in there. Then we changed it to Iraqi Freedom. And then we changed the ground to Liberate the Iraqi. See, when you find out your lie had been caught, you change the name. You say, oh, we're not up for no weapon. We're trying to free the Iraqis. We're liberation. This is Iraqi freedom. But you said it was a storm. See, they constantly keep changing the name and the narrative to make a fool out, but you're doing the same thing you did on the storm. We keep changing the name. So what happened with this pen? people weren't getting it. People weren't taking it. So now they found out when they were giving it to them that the people were losing weight. So you just change the narrative and put it out. This stuff become a weight loss drug. So you know these pens are fly the shelf. They running low on these pen with me. This is skyrocketed for the pharmaceutical company. Because they got a pen that people weren't really on for insulin, but they found out it can lose weight. That's how you wind up getting Viagra. Viagra was supposed to be for something for your heart. They found out that men were getting an erection from it. And they act like that's what they never invented it for. It was actually supposed to be for your heart. But they found out that men were getting an erection. And they were staying up. They said, yeah, Viagra for sexual longevity. See, you keep changing the name when your stuff don't work. So it looked like that's what you created it for. See, everything they do is error. So when they error, they mess up, so they change it up. Now they look at how many people sick, dying. A lot of these Hollywood stars on it. That's why they can't get the pen. That's why they can't get it, running out. Everybody running to get it, and women want to get small so bad. They lazy, they want to work out and do what they take, change the diet. A lot of it, diet, exercise, exercise, don't die. Exercise 9 pieces, exercise 15 pieces. Man, this stuff ain't working. Quit exercise. No, quit pizza. They never want to quit what they need to quit. They want to quit the thing that help them. So this is how they make a fool out of you every time, because these are the people that medicate. These are people that blow you up. Man, you were attractive, your body, everything about you. So he blew you up, made you fat. He put you on birth control. They come back, they fight you now. A lot of them, I don't know how part they work. Birth control. Most women got on, their mama put on something, be safe, make sure you don't get pregnant. And they made you good and made your little titty perk up and got a little thicker. Now your titty sit there, they jump on your lap. You run, sound like horse that trot. Because they just slapping your thigh. Folks think the Lone Ranger coming. Said Tonto right behind him, I can hear the footstep. So this is how they cripple you. I'm telling you, listen, you being unhealthy is a plus for America because it makes you lazy, it makes you numb, it restricts you, it holds you back. I know a lot of people say, it don't stop me. That's your mouth talk. It stops. It holds you back. You got to fight through that to try to do something. And this is what they need. This is why you succumb to everything they do. Because all you want to do is eat and go to bed. So I'll tell you the truth. How many of y'all like to eat and go to bed? Raise your hand. All right, then look in the mirror before you go to bed. So when you go to bed, remember now, what stops? Your heart rate drops, your metabolism, because that's the only way your body can refute. It can't stop. There's nothing you do can stop. Everything you do is constantly running. So now this is when your body needs to burn fat and do it. It can't do it. You just put more on it. I want to try to eat that, but you just stuck 15 pieces in here before you went to sleep. So now it work against you. It don't matter what I do. It look like when I look at something, I get fat. No, when you look at something, you get fat. It's when you look at it going down your throat, when your tongue look at it. It's when your belly look at it, you get fat, not your eyes. That's impossible. You know, good food make my eyes sweat. No, your eyes are crying, saying, please stop. I'm watering up, saying we can't take no more of this. Let's let them see what ghetto is. So my young people, y'all see colonialism and y'all understand imperialism. This is how they beat you out every time. That's how they beat you out. They beat you out every time with work. They beat you out with what they see. So this whole thing in Niger, why they want to stop it and why they got they're forcing other Keebalon countries to assist them. All these Keebalon countries, oh, we're going to send in troops. For what?
That's right.
How does it affect you?
That's right.
Because all of the troops I guarantee you, every country that's coming in has been colonialized. Yep. Nigeria, everyone, they're colonial. Imperialism, listen. It makes no sense that people are poor. Let me say, how many poor people y'all know in Saudi Arabia? Homeless. How much y'all heard about it? Why? Why? Rich? Why? Rich off of what? Outside the citizens get about $92,000 a year. That's what they get, $92,000 a year. And how are they able to get them this money? From the oil. Explain to me, Nigeria is rich in oil. There's not another African country that got more oil than Nigeria. Explain to me how people are hungry and starving and fighting and killing in Nigeria. Have you heard about it in Saudi Arabia? Because they've been colonialized. Their oil is getting pulled out and snatched out and it's going to European countries. They're not profiting. The people not making money. So the people starving. You said, now, how many of y'all want to go to Nigeria for vacation? Why you don't want to go to Nigeria? Unstable. And that's because you've been on there and you've seen it. Because I'm with you. That's because that's what they show us. That's what they show you to keep you away from places. We went to Mexico. Man, I tell you something, man, I said, oh my goodness. It's probably a bad idea here. Man, we wait on the car to get us, and now they like, the man said, we're going on here. I said, we won't be stopped, we'll go. I said, Get ready. I have my grandkid right up. I'm ready, so we can get on the ground in the van, and we got to and go. And we getting ready to ride out that airport. I'm looking for any and everything. Never seen it. Very beautiful. I was blown away. Beautiful, beautiful, just beautiful. Right. I said, I'm looking for niggas on the street. I'm looking for cars. Cause all you see with this, I'm looking for desert. I'm looking for cars jacked up. I'm looking for these niggas walking around. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at these jokers. Listen, never seen it. Never seen it. Not one time. I look at be pissing in a can. I never seen it. I seen the keeper line look worse. Listen, completely beautiful. Beautiful. And get one bathroom, give 2 bathrooms. I said, I love these people. Most respectful. Listen, beautiful. I just been beautiful. Just blow me away. I said, I can't believe these white folks. I'm looking for gang, shooting, get grabbed, get snatched. I'm thinking maybe we might, I'm like, I don't know, we gonna get snatched over here. Folks saying, you should, one fella said, he said, I'm not doing that. Because he meant well, the person. And he said, hey, I've been locked. You need to be real careful. Them folks will snatch you up over there. You'll come on messing. I know you love them grandkids. I said, why throw the grandkid? Now that's all in my mind. Man, head hurting. I'm over here. I go here, the Mexico, who over here? I've been locked. I've been waiting on you, Pops. Now, I'm not going to call the man name. You know, wild horses can beat on my soul and drag me. Y'all won't hear me say it with Dixon. Not me. That man told me, that man said, I love that place. I said it. I like how this man put it. So when I say that, a lot of stuff, a lot of places are unstable. They got it. But it's just like in America. They show you American other places. These people won't come up here. They say, man, they kind of American people crazy. People. We live out here, we see it happens, but it's all about where you go. So what they show you, this you want to look at. Look at Niger. Unstable, right? Y'all ain't noticing who they evacuating out of. France done evacuated 1,200 white people. Why would 1,200 white people be over here with these savages living? So are these savages? Listen, they ain't only people. All the European countries are evacuating their people from this crazy African mumbo-jumbo killing. White folks always in these places. We went to Cuba, they everywhere. Right among you, you sit here saying, you here? Everywhere. But they always want you to see the bad side of things, so it keeps you away. We think about it. We go about what we hear. If I hear something negative about Cam, I'll never find out about myself. You're a positive person. I'm going to go with what I hear. And they use that to suppress us for years. So my young people, I try to introduce you guys into different things. Now I want you to introduce yourself to information. So everything, somebody's not just giving it to you. Or when things come up, you don't want to be just blatantly just ignorant to everything. You want some knowledge about enough things to where, stop right now. I know enough to stop you in your tracks to say, stop right there. Now we got to start researching and look at what you're saying. And sometimes you take information from these people. Remember, these people are the people that get information. What we say? Ghetto side moving part of a city. What is this? Y'all help me out. What this word is? Ghetto. That's a T, that's 2 with 2 T's instead of 2 O's. Part of a in which are compelled to live, especially, who that? This is etymology. That's where it comes from, etymology, meaning let's go back and look at when the word came up, what originally happened. How was it that they called where you live the ghetto? You don't look like no Jew to me. Matter of fact, when you tell people you Jewish and stuff, they bust out laughing. I ain't never seen no black Jew. I could imagine did we name it ghetto? What do that tell you they know about you that you didn't know about yourself? And you know they love to hear you saying, I am a Christian. Do you know what that means? See that? It means you far from perfect. Isn't that right? That's how they beat you because you succumb to things. If they tell you something, you just automatically walk in and you believe it. You're a failure. You're an idiot. You're a dummy. You don't even try to think yourself out of it. I try to insult y'all guys in a way where I want you to show me different. I don't want you to succumb. I want you to show them different. Why would you? That's what's beat us all this time. Why people beat you succumb to everything. That's what beats you: sickness, poverty, whatever it is. You just succumb to it. You don't even try to fight it with intelligence. You don't even try to research to see if you can do better. You don't even attempt to do better. They said it. That's what it is. That's all I ever be. We didn't even know that you could have a felony and be the president of the United States. Donald Trump, listen, I watched a special, legal. They had the legal team not speaking. They said he could be convicted, he could still be president. They said, now, this will be the first time that a president will operate as president from behind bars. There's nobody else could even be on that campaign. Let me tell you what's bad. Their own party will pull them down. Their own party tell them, there's no way you can, we're not supporting it. What did they tell you about them? How many of us have given up in life because you've been arrested? Because you have a felony. This job want to arrest. This man can be the president of the United States, and they say he can serve from behind bars. You get a felony, you can't even work at the post office. You ain't operating over there talking about where's mail there. What's in the White House? You're going to have nuclear codes from behind bars? You're operating the military. Commander chief of the military, and you behind bars. What could he order them to do? The boss. Get him out. He can declare martial law, which means the military rule, everything goes down. Court, everything down. On the Supreme Court, I think, still being. Everything gets shut down. This is how this system is set up. So instead of you fighting and hating white people, I've been a victim too. I had anger, frustration with whites. I don't anymore because I learned channel my energy where it's best effective. Let's do something that benefits us. You create a system that favors you, that allows you to still be you without taking away from you. See, this man can go to prison and still be Donald J. Trump. You know what I'm saying? President-elect, former president and present president. You go to jail, don't go to jail, you just a nigga. Because the system don't favor you. No need to get mad at them now. Now, I'm going to tell you, you want to waste some energy and time? Please hate white people. Please hate them, because I assure you, I want to just see how far you go. We've done it. How many of y'all have hated white people for? Come on. I have before. This ain't been recent, I have before. Okay, tell me what you accomplish, what you do. Tell me how it betters you as a man. Tell me how it economically empowered you. Tell me how it gave you connects. And you see these stupid niggas still do it. They'll buy the shirt, they'll wear the clothes, you'll go on the street, all you do is kiss it. Don't get mad at them. Why are we getting mad with people that's trying to preserve their own race? What are we trying to do when we say, I'm gonna go to a black college? How far different is that from white people who say, I live in an all-white community because y'all crackers racist, but I will go to a HBCU. Wow, something wrong with that. That's not racist. We're going to play a game. Just stop. Stop it. Just stop it. Channel your energy where you can be better and you be effective. That's right. That's right. Look at your bank account. What do you got? You ain't got it. You've been going the wrong way. All these leaders have led you the wrong way. Because they're not for your betterment, for your welfare. All you can do is build your own. The people done told you before you don't like it. Go back where you came from. Why you still here? You don't like it. Okay. All I'm telling you, we ain't got to go nowhere, but we should have built something by now. That's just bad. We don't have nothing built. When you want to really tell your kid to hate somebody, do this. Sit your kid down, tell your kid, look at you, say, hate me. Because I ain't did nothing. That says I ain't did nothing to you and I ain't did nothing for you. Want to get somebody to hate? Tell the kid to look at you, say, hate me. Because I left you in it. I have not worked together with nobody to try to create a system that would favor you and would allow you an opportunity. I left you in their hands. So why you hate white people? Because it's a lazy way of a parent not accepting responsibility. It's them crackers. All right, I got to move for now. I know you don't like it. It's the truth. We guilty. Come on. What they doing? They busting us up and we try to start our own? White people ain't that crazy. They know if you unify, you're going to do it. They ain't going to do that. That's all out chaos. That's all out war for them. But they know they don't have to do it. Just leave you to your own devices. You don't have a brain in your head. When they're saying we don't have a brain, we got Rhodes scholars, readers, book writers, everything. Why you ain't sit down and use your head and say, let's do something? Let's do something. I mean, let's create a system. Listen, Sandy Springs, they decide they don't like the way Atlanta police operate. You know what they said? We unincorporate. Why I can't unincorporate? The cooperate is the word they say I unincorporate. And the army came in, didn't it? And shut them down. Buckhead said they sick of what's going on. So they start getting signs. Remember how Buckhead started marching with them signs? We sick of what's going on. We white people oppressing Buckhead. White people said, no, we unincorporate. We're going to get all this inner stuff. They showed we're going to use the system. We're going to use the system and we're refusing to cooperate. You saw how the white people kind of started shooting, went down, y'all saw them went down and started tearing up downtown Atlanta shooting? Y'all saw them, they were burning with the signs. You know what bad? White folk don't wear shirts saying white lives matter. They live it where it matters. Take the shirt off, nigga, and get in your heart. Don't sit out here and disgrace yourself and put on a shirt and say your life matter. Don't sit out here and do things that detrimental to your health and say your life matter. You're a retard. You, sir, you, ma'am, are a retard. See, you really got to just start processing what you're doing. And this one I don't get. I'm not going to run in that wall but so many times before I do some detrimental hurt. Some should get me kind of say, let's be practical. How long you don't keep doing it? Because it ain't nothing changing. So let's do something that bring about change. It is complicated what I just said. We're running, let's do this. Let's get all the black and let's just keep running that wall. And then we finally break through it, we go where? It's another wall on the other side. How about we build a door we just walk through? See, you can do something that makes sense or you can be stupid. You can keep trying to break through these walls, you're gonna hurt yourself. Let's just build a door. Let's just go. I'll move on. I guarantee you this though, I'm doing something every day. I ain't putting my responsibility on no other race, I'm counting on no other race to do nothing. I'm looking for no other race to do nothing. I encourage every race to try to better be able to defend themselves, educate themselves, medicate themselves, whatever they need to do. That don't hurt me. What hurt me? My people. This is where my hurt come from. From people that look exactly like me, who refuse to, who will stab you, who will rob you, will take from you, who will kill their own mothers and sisters and decapitate their grandmothers. You are the people that hurt me. My own people. White people ain't doing this stuff. Let's go with them, 6 police officers. Listen, one of us do way more damage than 6 police officers ever do. Huh? Stealing, going in mama's pocketbook. You know what I'm saying? Molesting our brothers and sisters. Everything we've done so, and part of it has been we've allowed them to educate us. They control our emotions. They give you your heroes and your enemy. I'm your enemy. Everybody hate Tony Smith. None of them hate Tony Smith for their own experience. They hate Tony Smith because what somebody said. If I owe them money, why are they gonna come take it? They owe me, I come take mine. Because they know it's a lie. Stop letting people create your enemies and your heroes for you. Then we'll all operate better. Give every person an opportunity to prove themselves for themselves. I just believe that if people of color would establish their own, then they'll see the responsibility. Right now, you have no responsibility. You know, somebody else is dying, then you complain about it. You don't get in my car and start running, try to change no radio. Oh, turn on no heat out. Then you gonna tell me I'm a supremacist? You supremacist? You sitting here and won't allow me to operate the radio and want me cutting talking in my car? I don't want the radio on because you racist. I'm gonna start marching in your car. No, you finna march out of my car. Now I know you racist. You want me to get out? That's what the white men say. Think logically. Who car you in? So who should control the heat in the air? Who should control the station whether the volume be up or down? Don't get mad with me. Get your own car. How much say that man? So why we keep complaining about it in verses? Just get your own. So there can be a mutual respect. See, the Brits, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. You know, their whole theme is, they said, it would be called mutual respect.
That's right.
They say, like United Nations, you got people that are permanent members. So it's not a mutual respect. Because when everybody vote and it's a majority, I, one person with my power, I can veto the whole thing. Even though the majority is already ruled, all it takes is my one vote. It outrank everybody. So they look at it's not a mutual respect. In Brits, they look at Bryce, they're looking at everyone will have an equal vote. Everyone will be equal. Now, they all crooks too, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying they're honest. But the fact that's gathering countries in, everybody looking at mutual respect because everybody's coming to the table with something. Let's do this right now. Tell the United Nations call up, whoever want to call, Jahi, we'll let him be the head of the Negro race. We'll go. All right, Jahi coming to the table. We got Saudi Arabia with oil. We got China with their goods and product. We got Russia with oil. We got Turkey with what they got. Everybody bringing their stuff to the table. What you bring to the table with us, Jahi? What you got? I want to know. So we got our stuff. What you got? What from where? Oil from your skin? You ain't got to know. I'm talking about for the so-called Negro in America. You gonna bring oil from Niger? You finna get shot at this table. You can't speak. That's you know what I'm saying. From us, from America, you represent hypothetically all the blessings. What do you bring to the table? Infrastructure. You bringing steel. You bringing food. You bringing raw material. Why is this man at the table? Why is he at the table? See, you don't have nothing. He can't. We saying we finna go in, we finna attack the country of Leon because we find out something going in the country of Leon that's wrong. We need you to send so many, because each of us are all gonna send 5,000 troops. And how many you gonna be sending? You see why he ain't at the table? You see why you ain't at the table? You don't have nothing to bring to the table. That's what I'm saying. It's all about what do you have to bring to the table. I just use an example. You see why there's no reason to have mutual respect for you? For us. You can say, oh, I can go get some soldiers. Some crazy niggas out the street of Philadelphia ain't soldiers. It's a whole lot more than that gun stuff. That little stuff they done ain't the same thing when you put boots on the ground. When you going through a jungle, these niggas ain't jungle ready. Not with them pants and booty hanging out. They not ready for no desert. Them jokers gonna fall out on the plane. It's nothing you can bring to the table. You see what I'm saying? No plans, nothing. So you see why people don't, and this should bother you. No one would even ask you to come to the table because everyone has already agreed. You have nothing to offer. See, that's all I'm trying to get you to see. See, you should be hurt. It ain't even matter, because my black skin. Oh, that's going to be kind of hard when it's a lot of black skinned people sit at that table. But these people have something to offer. These people can say, we'll put up 25 million. How much how much money can you bring? Because Kuwait ain't got no military. I mean, Qatar, they don't have no military. So, but they got gold, oil. So you'll bring how much gold to the table? On behalf of this for all, it ain't out your pocket. This all the Negroes in America. How much gold you gonna bring? Everybody gold chain. We get that. It'll be more metal than gold. You know, a lot of iron. They say you have a lot of iron. You see what I'm saying? How much money? You know how many niggas got to get rid of their Jordans? They ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. No nigga, look at the car. Shit, I ain't selling my Jordan for that. There's a crisis. When a country get flooded out, something happens, and they got to all send relief. So we're going to send ships. Like every country going to send a ship with supplies. You know, so I probably send like 5 or 6 ships, different countries. So how many ships the Negroes going to send from America? Listen, for y'all young people, it doesn't matter to you. I know, you're young. When you have something to offer, people respect you. When you can do something, people respect you, okay? When you can't do anything, you can't ask for respect. Y'all understand me? So what do you young people need to be able to do? Respect? Respect who? What do y'all young people need to do? Offer something. Y'all need to be able to do something. You need to be able to create something, manufacture something. You need to be able to have a defense so you can get respect. That's why you got to do it. Why y'all think people get in gangs and get guns? They get respect. Why they so stupid they worry about them color. You know what them color mean? If you F with me, it's some more people these colors gonna hurt you. Okay? That's what it means. That's why people formulate those groups. The mafia. What that mean? Somebody tell they mafia. What that mean? Slap them in the face? What that mean? Piss them off? What that mean? Why when you mess with them? Because La Cosa Nostra. It means that this thing we do. It's this thing we do. You know what I'm saying? Like we dismember your body. You come up missing. We burn down what you got. We kill you. La Cosa Nostra. This thing we do. What you do? What you do, nigga? Oh, I know what I do. I slap my mama. Y'all scared of me, ain't it? I slap my mama. Y'all heard me, I'm crazy. You bring nothing to the table. Young people, any of my young people conscious right now listening to me. I want you to be in a position where people respect you. No one respects a beggar. You never see people on the street bow, do courtesy to homeless people. People don't got their car and see people on the side work food say, you can have my car. I have much respect for you. People look at, when their light change, you stand right here. I'm going to take this mirror. I'm going to try to fold you and knock you in that grass. You ain't going to believe why. Because you ain't nobody. You don't matter. You don't count. The reason why I'm telling you that, you ain't going to believe it. You are the same people. You carry a sign. You're big before you will get out and you'll make it. So no one respects you. That's why the police beat him. That's why they can shove in his behind. There's not a military. There's not infrastructure that's going to be taken down or that's going to be compromised. Nothing. You offer nothing. Anything that you can do will only benefit them. Let me see. The niggas of Mississippi, now what they can do, they can get together in March, wear them shoes out, and they got to go buy some nigger shoes. What's the name of the company that make the nigger shoes? Nike. And they are black. Then you can go get the signs from your stores where you take the trees, the wood, and create the posters and to get your markers that the niggas make and write on them. Oh, that's their signs and their markers too. And them shirts you gonna wear. That you gonna go might have a nigga print on them, but them shirts say Fruit of the Loom, Gilded, this is a white-owned company. I might not get to print them, but I own the shirt you had to buy to write on. And you ship them through my mail system. That's right. Whether FedEx, UPS, or United States Post Office. So now when you come out here and you get your matches and your gas, cause you get that from the nigger gas station, you buy that from the white man too, and the can. Cause you don't make the can either. Oh, I know, that's why we use the milk carton. Parmalee makes that, Mayfield make that, that's white again. So when you go and buy your own lighters you make, I'm sorry, that be Gillette, that be big, and they be white too. And when you light this stuff up and you take our run, you burn it down, the white people have this stuff they create out of nowhere, nobody paid attention to, called insurance. That when that insurance company comes, they will value the building, the contents inside for more than what they had, and they have insurance to cover them for lost time. So while the niggas who you just put out of work, who work in this white establishment, who don't have a job, won't be being paid, but the person on the store will be being paid and build a better infrastructure, and people come out to support them because they're going to have a grand opening, and we glad you're back. And y'all niggas sure made a powerful statement. That's some powerful niggerty y'all be doing. See, it don't take that long to dissect everything you do to show you how stupid y'all. I want y'all to start paying attention. I want my young people to be smart in that. Do something that's going to benefit you for a longer time than something stupid. We done that. We done that. We gone nowhere. Only person gets something, that young boy, he'll get paid. He'll get some money that will never put back what happened to him and what they took. No matter how, they getting $400 billion. It'll never take back what they did to him. It's a disgrace. It's a trap. I'm not in any way belittling that. It's sick. Those are sick-minded people. They should never be forced to, never allowed to work again. They need to be ousted out of their own race. You know what I'm saying? These people just race-based. They knew what they were doing. There's no way me, I can't use Chris, he's white. Me, Austin, Leon, Kennedy, and Eric, my pal, we gonna go grab a white boy, a white man, white woman, do something to her, and we don't think this gonna cause a problem? This as far as they're gonna go? There's no way we couldn't consider this could cause a major problem. Not just for us, for anybody that look like us. And you think they didn't already weigh that? All right, let's talk about something else. Romans 15:4. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before,
Whatever was written before,
Nikatab Talamidas,
to teach us, instruct us, and to show us.
so that through endurance
Going through without quitting.
and through the Nakum of the Kitabim,
The comfort of the writing.
we might have Tikva.
See, that's what we have to do. Start putting our confidence in the word, not in man, not in people. Don't even put in your own race. All these races got, dysfunctionality. They just don't show it. None of the races are unified together. They're not. They just learn how to use news media and show it to white race. Dysfunctional. Probably not as dysfunctional we are. At least they don't allow it to be shown. We know the effects of our dysfunctionality. The Asian race, well, when say Asians, they know it to be for people, what they would call Chinese or of that type culture. Every race is dysfunctional. Every race have imbalances. Every race have injustices. Those people in China are marching against, what's the name? Ping. I don't know how you spell Ping, X-I. And folk got a problem when I misspell stuff. Listen, my worst spelling out of never was Ping, X-I. I can do that and get away with it. This is what y'all kids do. When you misspell, so you go to school, you get hand it back to her, you put it correct. Just tell her, I'm Chinese. I'm trying to man spell Ping, X-I. Isn't that right? What's the point of forcing on you? Please put the right way out. It's kind of a little funny, but you know what I'm saying. But anyway, so all these races have something going on in them and with them. It's our job to just work to better ourselves. And how we do that, first of all, is trying to establish our relationship with the Most High, making sure that we do that. I tell you, you need to be good with yourself. That's the first thing, because you're going to see what happened among your own people can be discouraging. What you see happen among other people can be discouraging. What you see people do to you can be discouraging. So you got to learn how to encourage yourself. Sisters are cool. And nobody else encourage me. Don't do it. Every day you get up, don't look for nobody to do nothing for you. That's the first thing you do when you wake up. I want y'all to repeat it. Young people, y'all get up in the morning. Don't look for nobody to do nothing for you. Y'all got it? No, when you get up every day, you got to do it for yourself. That way you got less discipline. Don't go far down talking about, nobody will help me. The system is not their responsibility. It's your responsibility. So we got to start taking, we failed. We've tried that for how many years and we've gotten nowhere. We've crippled a whole nation because we have a majority of people waiting on somebody to help them. Do what? You have to be aggressive. You have to be proactive for yourself. When people see that you're industrious and you're doing, there'll be some that might come and say, you know what, I can see you doing something. I'll assist. But you can't expect people to do everything for you. So I want y'all young people, you're going to be productive. You got to have a mindset. Listen, I get up. I ain't never nobody give me no call. Hey, I'm going to help you. Hey, I'm going to give you something. I'm not even about to do nothing. Every day I get up, I'm going to do it myself. That's your bottom line. Listen, you got to do it yourself. That's how you got to be minded to do it. You get less hurt, less disappointment. All right? Hello? I don't know, y'all look kind of like one of them situations, like, I don't know, where y'all at? Where we at, people? Because I'm a believer in the rocking of what we do, the spirituality of what we do. I have a shalom with myself. I have a shalom with my Creator. And because I don't allow people to be my stumbling block or my fall, I don't allow people to be my going out or my coming in. I look to Him. And I look at making sure I have a relationship with Him. I make sure I'm mindful to always consider Him and His attributes and what He's done for, and realizing that everything He give me, it's a loan. It's a loan. I mean, you just kind of live, you live a little easier and a little better without the stress of, realize if I'm doing, like, to wake up and do nothing and say, well, it is what it is to be stupid. I wake up with an initiative. I wake up with an agenda. Y'all got it? And when I put that forth, and I know I'm always considering Him centered, Him the focus of what I'm trying to do, making sure what I do has a relationship. There are certain things you look at have a relationship. How about my young kids? Y'all remember they would show you things, elementary, small? They would show you a list of things, a shoe, a sock, a foot. And you know what? All these things go, and they might show you a rock. What doesn't go together? I heard you. My young people, a shoe, a foot, a sock, a rock. What doesn't belong? Why the rock? Why not the rock? I'll go there and say it don't coexist with the foot, with the sock, with the shoe. So the rock doesn't belong. So they start showing you relationships. Those are relationships. They didn't teach, those are relationships. So you start looking at, you're trying to create something with Yahuah. What you're bringing to the table, it doesn't coexist. So you start looking at what establishes this relationship. What makes this contingent? Why do these things count? Why does the shoe, the foot, and the sock go together? Yeah, the sock can go over the foot goes into the shoe. I mean, we all understand, we all agree, correct? So you look at what you're doing, how does that go with Elohim? Oh, it's kind of like the rock. It don't go together. What you're doing does not go together. So you can see the relationship. It doesn't work. So if I take the foot, put the foot in the sock. I take the foot that's in the sock and put it in the shoe. Well, before I put the shoe, I put the rock in the shoe. I put the foot, the sock inside the shoe with the rock. What happens? Dysfunction. They can't operate properly. You ain't gonna believe it. You have a rock that's keeping you from operating with this man correctly. You have something that does not allow you to operate correctly with him. And now what you need to go back and look at, the relationship. Y'all got it? You have look at the relationship. I know that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry y'all so tired and so bored. But I would think if people that were honest about their salvation, and that was honest in looking at trying to create and not fabricate, you would consider. You have something that keeps you from coexisting with them. We just talked, what was that, commensal? Being able to operate without taking away from, there's some things you do, it takes away from. Even Yahusha looked at that people that was with him, what they did, he talked about relationship. He that with me, he that gathered with me. He said, if you don't gather with me, what you do? So he said, when I'm picking up, if you ain't doing me, he said, you really don't, we don't actually go together. Because the things that go together will be in the same system what I'm doing. Right now I'm gathering. Why would you not be gathering? Then you actually scattering. You're hurting me. You're hurting the cause. A lot of people saying, well, I ain't doing nothing. Do you know that's one of the most detrimental things? Like Jordan, you said, I ain't doing nothing. That could be a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing if you're doing nothing if it's something that's negative going on. It's a bad thing you ain't doing nothing and you should be doing something. Our folks, that's their favorite word. I ain't doing nothing. So it can be a good thing and a bad thing. Because if you ain't doing nothing when you need to be doing something, that's bad. Y'all got it? That's bad. You need to be doing something. So we're looking to see something. Let's see right quick, Acts of Shaphatym. See if that's 7 and 22. Acts 7. They call it Acts of the Apostles, but it's Shaphatym, the sent ones. I don't think with apostles, I looked at it the same way because they taught us apostles, from the apostolic, what they want to call themselves, apostles doctrine. They try to push it. That's somebody that he revealed himself to or taught them himself, literally sitting here when they taught. But the Shaphatym, they actually were called a sent one. So nobody know what you're talking about. A lot of stuff that we try to define, because man tries to define so he can create a title for himself. Just do the work.
That's right.
Let's do the work. Because we know Yahushua, so let's do that. An apostle, by that definition, is someone that was taught by Yahushua or he revealed himself to him. Well, in the book of Abary, it said consider Yahushua the Shalom.
Mm-hmm.
So Yahushua taught himself. Because he said Abba taught it. So see, you have a problem, he catches you up on wordplay. Because you're saying apostle is someone taught by, quote unquote, Jesus, or Jesus revealed himself. But the writers told you to clearly consider Yahushua the Shalom. Because Shalom means sent one. It does not mean what you say. But that's correct. So if you're going to say what they said, this is the problem become. Then you're going to have to teach that the women are apostles too. The man taught multitude. In the 5th chapter, let's say, hold on, 5 and 1. How you going to get out of this with these people? I just want to tell them how this works. Because their definition of apostle is someone who was taught by Jesus or he revealed himself. Mathathyahu 5 and 1. See, we take the time to just try to just get the gist of what he's trying to get us instead of trying to pick something out to try to justify ourselves to look as a great one. He told you that these people that rule, they exercise themselves as some great one. And you had to watch these people. What's your intent? What's the intent? Then you push it on me. You're going to try to tell me Jesus taught you what don't make sense because Jesus is a figment of your imagination.
Right.
5 and 1, listen. My air off, I don't know what we're doing. They these people fool you because they got that low iron in him. Y'all gonna burn me up for these people. I'm gonna sweat like I got on that shea butter like, man, Michael, I'm talking about, he was frying. I look at me, and I pulled, I said, man, the scab, it was some chicken. I said, chicken? I'm trying to figure, why did this man grease his whole body up with shea butter? Ain't that right? That man some kind of lotion freak or something? I'm telling you, he leave it shine. He don't walk out how this shit shining. He see a dry spot, he just go back, he get it, he scoop it up like lard and just rub it across the, you know that lard? Y'all remember cooking with that lard, dude? Man, that's what we had. That liquid Crisco wasn't working in our house. Old black, it came in a can. And the bad Greek, when you uncook and you pour it back in there and they get them crumbs in there, but listen, when you cook your chicken, your pork chop has extra crumb all in the pan. That's when you cooking back there. You make gravy. Man, that pork lard carried us a mighty long way. John, you'll grow that pork lard. Yeah, that pork lard brought you. Hey, that pork lard, come on, get in. Start that bag. I don't want to do that to save my life. My brother Jack called. He did. Y'all ain't gonna believe. My brother Jack, man, he just called. My brother, I'm telling you, he said, they don't cook that pork lard. He said, they're not serious. It hurt me more than it hurt you, Stars. Just put it by the Wayne name, that's all. Somebody got to do it. It ain't me. Y'all telling y'all, who is it? It's my brother. That's it. Folks will think it's me. Sometimes, you know what, I hate to answer the phone. Cause I say he gonna start again, my brother. Cause I don't be one, y'all some nice people. But that pork lard was serious though. Man, we had all them little greasy cans lined up in there. The fresh can, you leave the fresh one. And the old one said you had one with the fish grease. You had all them little sprinkles in the fish one. That thing like sprinkle like it's some seasoning. That fish grease, ain't it? Y'all ain't had the fish grease can? Sandy, you ain't grow up with the fish grease can. My brother just called. Saying, I'm gonna give you a chance. And my brother just called. He said, it's some more. He did. Call finna hang God. I said, all right. I said, I got. He said, hey. I said, yeah. He said, it's some more. I said, some more. I said, can't be nobody. There's probably one. Saying, y'all didn't eat that lard grease. Y'all didn't have a fish can where you put the fish grease in. Y'all didn't cook fish. Y'all didn't eat fish growing up. My brother just called. He said, cause you know, get what my brother told. He said, cause he called me back. I had left. I was finna go. I said, all right, the Lord agree. I got you, brother. He said, yeah. He said, I had fish. He said, and he called me back. I said, yeah. He said, if they said they ain't eat fish, he said they gotta get a check. Saying you ain't eat fish growing up. That's a miserable childhood. What happened? Y'all didn't eat fish? Y'all didn't cook fish?
No, they weren't big on fish.
You eat fish now, don't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I just make sure, because my brother said, if you don't eat it now, why you? He said, make sure. He said, make sure. He said, if they don't eat it now, after they get the check, he said, make sure they get another one. My brother, he a serious man. Like, he real serious about them checks. He said, don't let nobody buy either. Rod, you ate fish, didn't you? You ate lard. Y'all didn't cook in the lard? Hold on for a minute. Y'all didn't have the lard in y'all house. No Lord. Come on, my brother just called. He said they ain't had a Lord in their house. He said definitely make sure you get a check. Right, you from Mississippi. Hold on for a minute. Right, impossible. Coconut and back then when you were growing up, bro, they didn't even invent it. This coconut oil just came out last week. And granola?
By the time I was born, my parents got away from pork.
Oh, by the time you were born. What year you were born? No, pork was just coming out, 86. It was just getting good. I'm telling you, 86, canola oil and coconut oil. Look how he looking. Do you believe that man eating coconut oil and canola? How many of y'all got a hard problem with this? Coconut and canola. We didn't know you can cook with coconut. Vegetable oil, canola, and peanut oil. Y'all had way too much going on. All our peanuts was in a shell. In the 80s, how many of y'all peanuts were in a shell? Man, they want for you think my dad they listen in the country they call it goodies. When you get the nut, they call them goodies. They had the candy called the goodies. So when you had the peanut, you tap the old folk, they called them goodies. They drop this, I done dropped my goodie on the ground. You think they finna bust them and chop up the goodie, to fry some? Man, my granddad would killed. Listen, cause we came along back then in the 70s. You put them inside the Pepsi. Anybody, you take you buy the peanut, you tear the bag. Listen, salt shooting all, look like cocaine on them things. You got them peanuts, you pop them open, you pour them inside the bottle. They put them in the can. You better cut your tongue off trying to get out that can. You pour it in that bottle, man, and whoo, boy, you got a meal and a drink. Who remember that? That was Sear Betty, man. You pop them, you get them little salt in the peanut, be like 25 cents a bag, pop it, and pour it in that bottle. Man, you get to drinking and nothing just shooting your throat. You got to, I'm talking the nuts. Y'all folks just that. Let y'all mind in the gutter. My brother told me to give every one of y'all a check. He said, you talking about the goodie. He told me, he said, some of them, they ain't gonna do right. It's the goodie. People just, look at y'all. All y'all need a check. Every one of y'all, if you're at home, give yourself a check. But man, back then, man, you had me the RC Cola was first. See that you put in the RC Cola. That's the older one. That older Cola. RC Cola was hot. Folks don't know about it. Yeah, RC Cola was serious, man. You grow up back then, man, there's a lot of drink don't have you tab. Back then, Mr. Pibb was big. See, back them drink was big. Oh man, I don't even look at no Mr. Pibb. Somebody here I know drank a Mr. Pibb. They ordered, we went somewhere. It scared me. I said, I wouldn't drink it, man. I don't even make that no more. It just been hooked up. But back then, man, them drink right there, them things was serious drink back then. Right over, they try to call themselves trying to get healthy, they drink a tab. It was in a pink can. It wasn't doing that, it was just nasty. It was just nasty, just a nasty drink. That all, I ain't drink Mr. Pibb, none of that. Now, root beer was good drinking. Root beer was serious one time now. Strong back then. Root beer was some good drink back then. That'd be some good stuff. It's still good. You get the Mr. Mug. Who got the better one right now? That's the A&W root beer. A&W got the best one. Them and the one with that dog, I think the dog number 2. Then they came out, back then, tell what was nasty, they had that cream soda.
Oh yeah.
Disgusting.
Terrible.
My brother Jack called. He said, why you talking about drink? He said, if anybody say something about that cream soda good, he said, make sure they get a check. I ain't thinking about it. You drunk cream soda? Man, that thing tasted nasty. Anybody else like the cream soda? That's a lot of checks coming around here. God, I just couldn't get, they don't make cream soda no more, do they? You know I wouldn't know. My brother said, tell them, don't drink it no more if they do. Cream soda, God, that's terrible stuff. All right, let's see what happened over here. This is Mathathyahu 5:1. Listen. I'm trying to get y'all fit. Woo, y'all got me up here going. Come on.
And it came to pass, when he saw the crowd of armed, he ascended on the har.
When he saw the crowd of the armed, he ascended up on a har, and he sat down, and his Talmudim
approached to him.
Let's see what happened.
And he opened his paw and taught them, saying.
No, that's fine. So we saying that's what an apostle is. So what we gonna do with that crowd? So that crowd of people got to be apostles.
That's right.
Because they were taught by it.
That's right. That's right.
I'm just saying, this crowd of people came and he taught these folks, so what we going to do?
That's right.
Okay. We'll move on. I'll go. Then I have you to get something up before that. What I had you get?
Yes, sir.
Acts 7 and Acts of the Shaul Kings 7:22. All I want to do at the end of the day, let's just make sure we're right. And take our time. We don't want to create and fabricate no way and fabricate no title. It's all about, at the end of the day, I don't need a title. I just want to do the work.
That's right.
A lot of times people get title struck for stuff.
That's
just
right.
do the work. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you know,
right.
At the end of the day, you ain't gonna have that title up there. He ain't gonna be standing telling you, you think you can teach Gabriel and them and try to teach them some. Nobody listen to your teaching. Your stuff good for him. You know what I'm saying? You're a man. Them folk don't know no things of a man. They know the things of the Elohim. You know, they know they with Elohim. They don't know the things of no man. That's your stuff. Ain't that right? That all foolish stuff you talking about. I don't know about no minstrel. Them folks don't have nothing to do with none of that foolishness. No tummy ache. What is something? I got a tummy ache. Those are things of a man. They know the things of the Ruach. Isn't that right? Those are things that we're trying to obtain. All right, this is 7:22. Listen, Acts of the Shalakim.
Musha was instructed in all the wisdom, Kakma of the Mizraim, and was mighty in Dabarim.
See that? And so he was skilled. He was skilled in all of the wisdom. That's the Kakma, which is skilled. He was skilled. He was witty in all of the ways of Mizraim. Go ahead.
But when he was full 40 shanim old, it came into his lab to visit his Akim, the Benim of Yasharal.
Y'all see what he did? Excuse me. When did he do this? He was 40. What came in his law? And that's when Yahushua left him. When he was 40, old. That's when he left. So you had to pay attention. They were trying to give you some instruction you'll figure out. It came in his law that he was going to ascend. He told him before he was going to ascend to his Abba and their Abba. Well, Elohim had other Benim too. It told you in the second chapter of the book of Eyub, they called Job. It told you there was a day when the Benim of Elohim, they came assembled themselves. So he wasn't the only one. He has sons plural, but he has one that he begot, which was Yahushua. So it came in his law about the 40 Yamin to ascend up, back to where his Akim was. Hello, that's what he did. When he became full 40, when he came 40 days full, that's when he left. Well, it told you that had been seen in them 40. Let's see what happened. That same book, Acts of the Shalakim 1. See for about 1 and 8. See, there's a parallel to what you're reading. Listen.
But you shall receive power when the Ruach HaKadosh has come upon you, and you shall be my witnesses both in Jerusalem and in all Yehuda and in Shamram and to the end of the Arats.
You see what he told them? He told them they had to receive something. They had to receive the Ruach HaKadosh. We know it too. We knew that would come, and they would call the Holy Ghost. We looked at being what they would call the Ruach, the spirit of the deceased that came over. That's what they received. So now they can go. Think about it. They were going to go and testify about his moot, about his life, about his kum, which about his resurrection. But they was going to need something that they can only receive after he had accomplished it. He had to come through and accomplish something first. See, like us, we start running hot in something, you hadn't accomplished that yet. See, for him, that's why a lot of things he stayed subservient to. A lot of things he did not say, he was waiting until he accomplished it. Hello? You ain't see him walk around the whole time talking about, I got all the power. I got all the power. He had to wait till he accomplished it. He told you that when he got up. He done it. I came through. Listen, he looked at this. I conquered what was the flesh. Everything for the basar that unashamed struggle with, that they give into, he showed it. I conquered that in the flesh. So now he went through, he had to go through what we all had to go through. We had to go through moot, which is death. So when death takes you, you're dead unto mashpat. Well, for him, he broke those bands. He loosed himself and got up. So you know that he had the ability not only to give you the way you could be kept here while you're in Kai, but even after you leave here and you go into Moot, he showed you I can deliver you from that as well. So the whole purpose, we're not just monitoring somebody for them. We're belonging to somebody that was able to keep, to heal, to feed while in the basar. And even after Moot, he was able to comb you back up. If he's only good for here, even Shaul said, if only in this life only we have the hope in the Mashiach, he said, we are of all men most miserable. It don't do me no good. If all I got is just the belief in him while I'm living, after that, then it's no more. I can't use him. I can lean on something else. It's the confidence I have in him while I'm yet alive, that also the confidence I have in him after his Moot, because I realize he can comb me back up. Y'all got it? I think, if the Ruach being you, which also raised him from the dead, from the moon, he said he'll also quicken your mortal body. He'll make you alive. Quicken is to make alive. Okay? Listen.
And it came to pass, as he finished speaking these things, while they were looking on, he was lifted up, and a cloud received him from their sight.
Y'all see what happened? After all this happened now, we saw what happened after he had got through talking with them, that a cloud received him out of his sight. Let's go back to verse 1. Listen.
I composed the first account, Theophilus, about all that Yahushua began both to do and to Lamed.
I think it said treatise in the King James Version. All right, which is systematic argument. So he's composing all the things that he began to do. Both what?
Until the Yom when he was taken up.
So if I account that everything that he done until the Yom he's taken up, I'm testifying to his life, his moot, his death, and his resurrection. So this is what they're testifying to. So they needed the Ruach to be able to testify to it, that they received something from it. So what am I giving? If he's dead, people need to know then what benefit? I received something from his moot. I received something from his Kai. He taught them. But then he looked at after this, when I come back up, I'll be able to leave you something. You know what I'm saying? He left them, I think the Greek, the Romans called it protacula, whatever they call it. When we look at the Ruach, a comforter. Listen.
After he had given orders by the Ruach HaKodesh.
My brother said, somebody laugh at any of your words. He said, please make sure they get one. He said, that's real disrespectful. I don't want to call Shamil and Austin name, but I'll call it. Because my brother going to call it later. He going to call me. I just don't want my brother to feel like, I let people get about it. Because he keeps saying it. It's like he's saying he must see something. And I don't want him to be, you know what I'm saying? I already got it wired. He said, let's not talk about that right now. Let's just talk about these people that be laughing who ain't had no pork lard in their house. Because they grew up on, their first bottle was canola oil and coconut. Don't try it, no. His first bottle? No, that's a pig feet, the first bottle. That's all they do is put a glove on a pig feet and put a hole in one of the end of the tip, one of the finger. That's your first bottle in Mississippi, Alabama, and parts of Georgia and Tennessee. I don't know what they give him in Arkansas. Probably a Razorback. They give him a Razorback up down. No foot, they just give him a Razorback. All right, listen.
After he had given orders by the Ruach HaKodesh to the Shalakim, whom he had chosen of them.
See that? The Shalakim whom he had chosen of them. Listen.
To whom he also presented himself alive to them after his suffering.
See that? After his suffering. So they seen that. These guys were witnesses to everything that he did. They were witnesses to his Kai, to all of the attributes, the things that he did, the arts, the signs, and the wonders he displayed, even to his suffering and his moot and kum. So these who would be a better witness? Come on.
By many proofs, being seen of them 40 shanim.
See
40 yamin.
Being seen of them 40 yamin?
And speaking concerning the Malkuth of Elohim.
You see that? So he became full 40 years old, 40 days old, which I think happened. He had to go up.
Desire to go.
What's the other rep we know that hands? I got Papa's son, Ray. Ray got one for Ray. Hall, I trump everybody. We got the Hall. What you got, Hall? When a baby's born, they circumcise him on the 40th day. Don't stop. You done now. You done. You done. We can't pick that back up. We done lost too much out there. Ray? That's right. After 40 days, when a male child is born, that's when you bring him back into the mashkan, the most sacred place. So, see, this is the custom. See, this is why you need to know Torah. So this is what you remember. All right, let me show you something. 20, 21. 21. Chazun 21. Said 21 and 1. They call it revelation. They call it revelation. That was Jahi to talk like that, like something's in their throat. They call it revelation. I don't know. It's like a pill. It's hard to swallow, like a baby asthma. Yeah, they're hard to swallow. You talking like that? I don't know. What you do? Sooner or later, it could be somebody you know. Hands up. Don't shoot. All right, man. The one that gets shot, who gonna hear police talking? Hands up. Don't shoot. Man, you ain't gonna believe it. But they ain't hearing them. You think so? I mean, they don't talk louder. They gonna put on the police, gonna put on the person who got shot. Man, they ain't hearing them. He gonna be pissed. He gonna talk like, yeah, you got a problem with Zamar. Oh, he always, There's a fight come with that. And I'm ready for it too. Let's say it's 21 and 1 is what I want. 21, 6. Go to 6. 21, 6. Might be 22 and 6. Let me see. Listen.
21 and 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. And he said to me, it is done. I am the Aleph and the Tut, the beginning and the end.
Yeah, so they put Alpha and Omega because that show you how the Greeks still keep dominance. See, Alpha, those are Greek terminology. Why would this man be at Shaphatym talking to that man about Chazun by Shaphatym, telling him, giving him Greek knowledge? And the Romans rule, and he telling him that he gonna be Alpha and Omega. Why would you be speaking to a man that speak the Abary language, that's of the Abary people,
right?
And you Yahushua,
right?
Let's see, hold on, stop what you got. Let's see something. 9, 20, 22. 22 and 1. See what that's what I want. Acts of the Shaphatym. Let's just see something right quick.
Yes, sir.
No, 9. I'm sorry, make it 9. 9 and 1. This Acts of the Shaphatym 9 and 1. I just want you to just see how when you read, you have to people will play you in this stuff. I just want you to pay attention to something, okay?
That's right.
That's all. Just pay attention to something. Listen.
But Shaul, still breathing threats and murder against the Talmudim of the Adon, went to the Rosh Kahan and asked from him letters to the Beth of the...
So going on, what, 9 and 15, 9, 14?
Yes, sir.
9, 14.
Yes,
Listen.
sir.
Come on.
And there even he has authority from the Rosh Kahan to bind all those calling on your Shem. But the Adon said to him, go, for he is a chosen vessel unto me.
Oh, that's 9, 14. Back me up. Wait, start talking to him. 9, 10, 9 and 9, 9 and 6. 9 and 6. Just go back to 9 and 6. Go.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
He, trembling and being astonished, said, my Adon, what shall you have me to do?
So we need to go back further. 9 and 4.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you got the book over there. I'm shooting from the head. Go ahead.
He fell to the Adumah,
Right,
and
we're
Shammah
gonna
a
go up
call,
again.
saying to him,
He fell to the ground and heard a sound that said to him,
Shaul, Shaul, why do you persecute me?
Well, 21. Oh, 21 and 4. Oh, 21 and 4. Okay. I thought it was saying it should have said, I think they said it in Acts of 9, and it said the 9th chapter. So 21. And 40.
I'm confused.
No. You'll just pick it up and just go. 21.
Verse 21?
Yeah. No,
Yes.
chapter 21.
Yes, sir.
He should have said more in one place. Listen, 21, he's saying 40. Listen. This Shaul telling his story. Now he's telling you out of his mouth what actually happened. What you heard in the 9th chapter, you hear him being told what happened. But this is the 21st chapter of the book of Acts of Shaphatym, and he's telling you what happened. Listen.
And having given him permission, Shaul, standing on the stairs, motioned with his hand to the arm.
And
when
King
there
James
was,
will say he beckoned. Go ahead.
and when there was a great silence, he spoke in the Abary language, saying,
No. Let me see. Come on, let me see what happened. 21, 40. No. Go ahead. 21, 22. He recites 3 times. Let me see. Come on, finish reading. Let me see.
that was the last verse.
That was the last verse? No. 21.
You wanted verse
20.
chapter 9?
9. 9 should have told he spoke to him.
Right.
Yeah, go back to 9. Come on, my brother said something about that too. People commented on it. He's reading one of the accounts of, he recounts the situation 2 times. And a lot of people have a problem with Shaul and what he said. That's why a lot of people don't believe him. In his accounts, he says something that differs. He tells them one time that the people that were with him didn't hear anything. Then he tried to, and then it almost said that he did, or they couldn't see it. Because he talked about there was a vision that came down. He talked about the people that were with him didn't hear it. Then he came back and said that they couldn't see it. So a lot of people have a problem. I don't have a problem with Shaul. I have a problem with people that try to find a reason to get out of stuff. Whenever you got a problem with Shaul, just like Cuff said, they ain't your only problem. You wrestle with all of the writers. There's no way you get the Torah right. Because Shaul never told you nothing that goes against the Torah. When a man who was right there with Yahushua sat there and told you to count the long suffering that of Yahusha was salvation, even as our Kabibi Shaul, who writing in some of his what they would call epistle letter, some things hard to be understood. He said, which they that are unlearned and unstable rust.
That's right.
He said, just like they do with all the other Ketuvim, the scriptures. Cup said that, not Shaul. Now, I'm going to go with what Cup said. I said, that's going to be hard now, because Yahusha gave him the keys. Shaul, the man, corrected him. So it's a lot of stuff people got fight. People want to fight. You know, he was Roman. Man, just shut up. Folk always find something. Man, listen, where he was born didn't take away from him being Yehudi. He told you he was born in Sicily. He told you in Italy, a city in there. And he also let you know, though, he was circumcised the 8th day. He told, I'm of the Mathathyahu of Benjamin. Isn't that right? He's at touching the tururah. Blameless. He said, blame him when they come to the tururah. I don't know what these people think about. None of these folk can't say that. Man said, I'm blaming when they come to the tururah. Listen.
Yeah, I don't think it's in 9 either.
26?
26.
All right, 26. That's the second time he recited when he went to talk to Festus. 26:14. Acts of the Shaphatym. So disregard 21. Well, take up 13. Make it 10. Give me 1 right quick. We'll jump down. 26:1. Listen.
Agrippa said to Shaul, you are permitted to speak for your nafash. Then Shaul begged.
You see that? That man told him you permitted for speak. Because you look why he told me to do that? Your soul on the line. Ain't that right? Your soul, don't you need to be able to speak? Your soul on the line. Go ahead.
Then Shaul begged and stretched out his hand.
Let me try the question.
Said,
read that again. Tell him what he said.
Agrippa said to Shaul, you are permitted to speak for your nafash.
Now this is what you want to find out now. Now you can see why Caiaphas said something to Yahushua by him not answering. He told him, you hear all the accusations that's against you? And you ain't going to say nothing. That man's life was on the line. That's why he told him you can speak. That man's life on the line. Why would he not be permitted to speak? That's like when people go to court. You can choose to choose to take the field, but you got a right to speak. Even the judge might ask you before sentencing. They might ask you have any words you want to say? That's your right. I'm finna send you away somewhere. What you say might make a difference. It might impact whether I send you away for life or I send you away for a short term. So you have a right. The court systems even pay attention to what this is. Everybody, when you go to the court, listen, when you go to American court, there's a Latin court system. And so what's on the front of that? Ain't nothing written on the front of that man podium. That's in Latin. What's written on the front of it is in Latin. No, what you think these people, what you think courtroom this was he was in? This is a Latin courtroom.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Our people don't know, do they?
Nope.
See, this is why when they read, they're so busy trying to find Jesus and do tear jerking, they don't pay attention to a system.
That's right.
He's letting this man know, I'm giving you a right to speak. Your soul don't lie. Listen, what accusation these people brought up, you can die behind this. Even Shaul tried to tell him on another case. He said, man, you can't judge me without my accusers. If a person, don't you know, even courtroom, unless the judge finds special reason why, you have a right to see your accuser.
That's right.
You can't bring, who's accusing me of this?
That's right.
Well, you can't see them. Well, they can't, I don't know how they can testify to something. I need to be able to see the person. That's good. When they sit a person stand, what they ask them? When you call it, I say, it's Yahuah. They're going to say, is the person in this courtroom? Yes. Point them out. I can't just call them. I might point the wrong person. They'll throw this whole case out.
That's right.
Oh, give me another chance. Done. He done. He don't call the name. He don't even know what he's talking about. I ask you to point, is the person in the courtroom? Yes. Where? Sitting right there, wearing the such and such. Okay, now proceed. We need to first of all find out the person you accuse of, are they here? Do you even know what you're talking about? Do you even know the person? So now this man's a courtroom. That's why Caiaphas said, you hear how many things that you accused of and you don't answer a word? Because he did what we know now, plead the fifth. You have a right not to incriminate yourself.
Right.
And what did he do when he opened his mouth? He incriminated himself. That's why you got the Fifth Amendment. You have the right not to incriminate yourself.
That's right.
Remember, they kept forcing him.
Yep.
Pelotus told him that.
That's right.
He said, I have the power to sentence you to death or to let you go. So they came up with the Fifth Amendment. You have a right, because when he opened his mouth and he said, hereafter, you're going to see the Ben of Ish sitting on the right hand of authority and coming back on the cloud. What they said, that's it. If he kept the fifth, they couldn't do that because we never heard it from his mouth. Remember, accusations were coming from witnesses. We never heard him say it. Can I help y'all out? When you're reading this, where's y'all mind exactly? Because you can see where these people are taking a lot of things from your court system from the writings. He hung himself when he opened his mouth. Okay, go ahead.
Shaul begged and stretched out his hand and said, for all the things of which I am accused by the Yahudim,
See that? What happened?
I consider my Nephash, Malak Agrippus, that before you I shall be Sadak Dishun.
See that? He said, before you, I'm going to be righteous. Sadak, just. Come on.
Because you know all the customs well in questions that are among the Yahudim. Therefore I ask of you to shama to me as long as your Ruach is.
So now, as long as the spirit can entertain it. So if you can look at another thing, you look at judging a person. This is another problem you got, and you don't realize it too. Why you think when they get a jury, what do they call the juries? Period, your peer. You notice when he talked to him about him judging him? He said, first of all, he knew the customs concerning the people. See, a lot of times your problem is when people are judging in the courts, they don't understand customs.
Come on. That's right.
See, a lot of stuff you do is sound barbaric. See, when he's gonna judge him, he's letting him know, I know you know the custom.
That's right.
These people have brought an accusation and they're trying to make it as though I'm guilty of something. But if you understand our custom, then you will clearly know that I'm not guilty.
That's right.
But if you don't know our custom, you're gonna say, well, they say you're guilty. Far as I know, that's what they say, and that's what it is. That's just being honest. But see, you know our custom. So it's going to make sense. That way he said, I'm asking you to bear with me. See, people don't realize when you talk to the court, it's the way you talk to the court. See, it's a way you cause the court to move. They said, I want to send in a motion. Can we look up what a motion is? Y'all, let me tell you how it started. Y'all don't realize the court moves just like spirit do. You can't order the court. You got to know how you got to talk to the court.
Right.
That's why people don't realize they don't know how to move the court. They say I want to move the court at this time. If you move, you're saying I want to change the position where the court is. Okay. At this time, I'll ask the court to move to such a, because you're asking them to change the position. Y'all, that's why you go to jail every time, because you don't know. What does motion mean in a court case? What is a motion? A motion is the method used to speak to the judge about a matter in your case. For example, a motion may be brought to ask the court to set aside a default or vacate a default judgment, or it may be brought to ask the court to order the judgment to be paid in installments. So to do that, you call for a motion. Of course you wouldn't know. You ain't supposed to know. You think them folks spend all that money for you to walk in there and know what you're talking about? What you think they do when they catch a black man walking out, he know this? You shut his mouth. You know what you ask him? Are you an attorney? Are you an attorney? You want to shut him down because you're talking about something you shouldn't be knowing. That's right. When they hear something coming, they say they're trying to ask the court to move to do something. I'm asking the court to change the position. See, it's a way you talk to the court. Kick it out! The court don't recognize what you said. It's a lingo that you're using when you're talking. It's a way you talk to the court. You have to know how to ask permission for when permission. Walk up to the bench, you get your behind throw, you ask for permission. Isn't that right? To approach. Wow. Wow. That's amazing, because you ain't going to believe it. When the Kohan went to see Yahusha, he went there, he had to know how to go and approach. He didn't approach right, he was going to die. And the judge gave him he let him know you can approach. You know what they learned that from? They learned it from Astar, Hadassah. Because the Malak had given order that nobody was supposed to protect for 30 days. And you know what she did? She moved the court. She knew how to petition the court. See, all these are language that you need to know when you're dealing with these people. And that's why I tell you my favorite, right? The man's smart. You just pick up when he's talking. Everything, it just spark. It just makes sense. He's logical. He's methodical. He knows what he's doing. He know how to get the man to listen. He asked the court, say, as long as you allow, you ask for permission. You can't just be babbling on. The judge, sometimes attorney asks the judge, say, I asked the court to bear with me. Because now I got to explain something. You don't ask for the judge to cut you out. I don't want to hear it. It's too long. It's too lengthy. I asked the court earlier. I asked the court to bear with me, indulge with me while I do this. You have to ask permission. You can't just run off. But see, niggas don't know that. Mm-hmm. And he said, the judge just cut me off. He didn't cut you off. You didn't ask before you done it. You ain't going to believe it. You have not. And you ask. See that? You didn't ask wrong. You asked wrong. See, all this I can teach y'all, but it'll be over your head. Don't worry about it. Just stay him. Don't worry about it. Teach yourself. You've been doing a great job. Don't get it. Look in your pocket and your bank account. It'll show you how good you're doing. They hate when I put that out. It's the truth though. It hurts you. I mean it. Ha! I mean it. Stick it in you too, boy. Hurt you real good. So I'm trying to teach y'all young folks. Don't be listening to these folks. Let me tell you, these people think I'm stupid. I'm not the idiot. I'm not the idiot. I can help y'all out. You want to learn how to do things where you can be proficient, when you do it, you can be effective. A lot of them are ineffective because they don't pay attention. They just do stuff, and later on they shoot them in the foot. You got to know how to move the court. Come on. So let's see what it means when you ask the court to move. Y'all see when they put it in motion? Motion movement. You get them to change something. Listen, I'm asking you to vacate from something. If you vacate, I'm telling you to leave that. So the judge might have an order here. I'm asking him to leave that order. That's why don't you just say it plainly, because they talking codes. You don't know the codes, they shoot you in the foot. Just tell them. They're talking codes. Everything they're saying is in code. So if you don't know how to say it, that's why you be shot in the foot every time. All it is code. You don't know why. I don't know all that for. I'm just giving them their talk. That's why you shoot yourself in the foot. Hello? Same thing when the judge come in. Get what they do. All what? All what? You ain't gonna believe it. When Yahusha come back, guess who gonna ride? Who gonna ride? The dead and Mashiach gonna ride first. Then, that's amazing. Because guess what he gonna be coming back to do? Pass mosh pot. What is the judge coming out to do? I don't have no idea. Why the judge come in with a black robe that covers his hand all the way to his feet? Because the writing clearly told you that Yahushua, when he come back, that the man was black all the way down his neck, all the way down to his feet. And told his hair was white like who? Amazing, they used to wear a white wig, and they still wear it over in Kibalon. They still wear the white wig because they're symbolized when he come in. And they know once he sat down that the judgment is going to be given. Even Daniel told, he said he seen a throne, he saw a throne, it was thrown down. He said the judgment was set. That means he sat down. At that point, he passed the judgment. Okay. So now you understand what Yahushua came to do. He your defense attorney.
Yeah.
Most of them don't know what they're doing.
That's right.
He your defense attorney.
Yeah.
Hello?
That's right.
You ain't gonna believe what he did. He made a motion.
That's right.
What you think the writers came out to do? That's all he did was just make a motion. All he did, he just brought in a new writing. He presented a writing to get the courts to move.
Yeah.
Listen, when Yahushua was coming to kill Musa, what happened? His wife made a motion to move.
That's right.
To vacate, he was coming to kill him because he hadn't circumcised. So what she did? She made a motion for him to vacate the order to kill him.
That's right.
Y'all folks don't know. Y'all folks killing time.
That's right.
Y'all going back to Christian church. You don't know what you're doing. Y'all wasting time. You don't understand how everything parallels off what you're doing. That's why it's important for you to know about this. They use your own system. The only part dumb is you because they're using it every day. They dress like the man and they set up orders the same way. And you ain't gonna believe what they judge you according to. The heart of the judge. The what? The law don't exist no more. You don't even believe it. The judge can show favor. And the law instituted. Wow. I don't know how that even happened. How could that happen? And because he showed favor, you don't have to keep the law. Well, don't worry about it. Don't pay no attention. It's best you remember that I'm the dumbest person. Don't forget, though, every time you think it, look at your bank account and your wallet and your pocketbook. All right, we can move to what we got. I know somebody at home. I don't like that. Yeah, I wouldn't like it if I had your wallet and your bank account. We'll go down, drop down to verse 10. Mom, go on back up. Let's finish reading it. Let's see what's going on. How about that? Let's see what's going on. So y'all getting a little understand, you read how people use your system, how little you know about your system, how little you know about the system. Let's see. Come on.
Behold, my Darak of Kai from my youth, which I have been halak around it since then among my arm and in Jerusalem. All Yahudim know it.
See, everybody know it. So you know he's talking about, these are character witnesses. Now you're speaking on behalf of your character. You ain't gonna believe it. Sometimes you got caught. Character witness are key. What you gonna bring in? You bring in character witness. He said, from my youth, there's people that can testify. He said, all of them know it. You can ask anyone, they'll tell you, this is where I was brought up. Because listen, it's going to make sense. What does this man get ready to judge him about? The whole case is about their law.
That's right.
So my life, ever since he said I was a youth in Jerusalem, among the Yahudim, my own arm, all the Yahudim know it.
That's right.
Come on.
Since they have known me from the beginning of the Yamim, if they are willing to testify.
Oh, wow. You asking for character witnesses? We supposed to be reading the Bible. What we doing talking about character witnesses? Come on.
That I kai as a parashim according to the most strictest sect of our work.
That I'm a separatist. He said, according, we were the most strictest sect. Some people were a little bit with it. He said, we were 1,000 with it. Now we 1,000. We straight. We were telling, why y'all thinking the 9th chapter they gave him the letter? They're going bound everybody that called and beat on him.
That's right.
Because they know how he operate according to the law.
That's right.
He said, once we came, listen, I can't hear about it. If I got 2 people say they heard you do it, all I do is stand back. It'll told you later when it came down, when Stephen, when he moved, that the witnesses laid their coat down at his feet, and he said that a watch they were carried out according to the law. If those 2 heard, they said they heard him call on the name of Yahushua, and our custom is we don't do that. We do not recognize Yahushua as no Ben or no Elohim. We recognize him as a Nabar, and he was a man. Now, if we heard them and those 2 women heard it, according to the law, I'm going to stand here to watch to make sure they stone him to death according to the law. First of all, did you hear him say that? You get your behind out the way. Did you hear him say that? Well, I want to say something. Don't even worry about it. Can't even touch it. That's what he's trying to let them know. Everybody know how I operate. He said, I worked after the strictest set. Listen, we straight like, no, well, that's close enough. Do you believe the other people? Well, let's go. He said, I'm not that guy. We operate on, they heard it, I made sure they did it, I made sure they stoned it. If they come up later, these 2 lied. According to our tururah, both of them die. He said, I'm with the strictest set. We ain't cutting no corners. Listen.
And now I stand in.
So what we doing, we walk, when we turn to go right, we don't have no knife in our pocket. Why? Because we ain't cutting no corners. You think about it. Come on, my brother just called. He said, sometimes folk, cause I said, you give me a lot. He said, just trust me. He said, you're gonna say something, it's gonna be a funny. Somebody gonna be looking, trying to figure it out late. I didn't know it was you, but I'm just glad I caught you, big man. Get away. Something wrong with you. All right, come on.
And now I stand and am shafted from the Yakal of the Shaba, which the Elohim Shaba to our abode.
They put the tikva, the cord, the attachment of the promise, the Shaba, which the Elohim has Shaba to the abode. He's talking about the promise. He said, now I'm being judged for the hope, of which he said that he already of the promise. See, this is what he's saying, I'm being judged for. Not according to the law. He said they let their judgment according to the law, but I'm actually looking at the promise. See, you know what Shaul came into the knowledge of and what we had to come into the knowledge of? That when it came down to our salvation, it was never of the tururah. It was always of the Shaba. But he said, I only gave you the tururah till it shall come. When he told you that Abraham obeyed my laws, kept my statute, my judgment, Abraham didn't have no 10 commandments. Abraham didn't have no judgments and statutes to the way we had them. He gave Abraham things to execute on. And all these things were judgment and how he was supposed to do something, like not taking any of the people among the land, among him. See, all these were law, they were culture for him. Getting out from his father's house, now he knew not to go back. All these were direct violation, how to operate. All these things were law, statute, and judgment. He knew how things operated. But he gave him everything according to the promise. See, when he told him to get out of his Abba's house, that wasn't law, that was promise. He said, I'm gonna make you a great Gui. That wasn't no law, that was a promise.
That's right.
Now along the way, he started to get him law, statute, and judgment. See, how we're supposed to serve, these give us an order, a criteria how to live. When they're talking about not committing adultery, not fornicating, not stealing, keeping Shabbat. But the hope of our salvation is of the promise. It was never of the law.
Right.
The Torah couldn't do that.
That's
Everything
right.
I told you, the best you can get from the law, that thou may have lived
long.
That's far as you can get with the Torah.
That's right.
It can only go so far. So he had something that was more pressing, but he needed you to see. Once where the Torah stopped, he said, that's where the promise kick in.
Come on.
See, that's when you really see the promise. See, he told you the conclusion of it. When there's a conclusion to it, that's it. That's it. So what come on after the conclusion? You'll watch show, they say, this is the conclusion of the show. Why are you sitting around still looking for the next one? The conclusion is that's it. Well, the law had a conclusion. Meaning that's it. Y'all understand that? Let's see what conclusion means. See, that's why it's important to look at words so you know word meaning, so you can understand certain things. Say it don't make sense, the conclusion, and there's some more. That don't make sense. Let's see, conclusion. Oh, let's see. The law got, that's what he's trying to tell you, the law got an end to it. It's got an end to it.
That's right.
That's a conclusion. Hello, that's the end. Okay, let's see what it does. In Kahala, in the 12th chapter, 13, he told you, hear the conclusion of what?
The whole matter.
Fear who?
Elohim.
And keep what?
Commandment.
What is this?
A whole duty of each.
What happened to eternal life? He told you to hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Yahuah Elohim and keep his
commandment.
For this is the whole duty. Where's your eternal life? Folks, it don't take that long. See, you know what tripped these people up? They're trying to learn these big words. I have the best words. I have the best words. Because people trying to grab this big stuff, trying to run somewhere, it's the simple stuff that trip us up.
That's right.
It's the simple stuff. I remember one time I had a contract. I had to take it to the attorney and gave it to him. He sat down, he looked at it. He's got it. He said, let me get back with you, Mr. Smith. I said, okay. He said, the problem with this contract is, he said, there's no way you could have read it. He said, this is what I do for a living. I write these contracts. He said, it take me 4 hours. He said, no way you could have read this and knew. He said, I had to go back through the contract and look at it. He said, the words I was looking for, he said, ain't what you were thinking. He said, the words I was looking for was the is. I was thinking myself, the is. He said, that's what I was looking for. Everybody trying to find what these big words mean. They trip you up with a little word. They know you're going to look at the big word, you're going to try to figure out what it means. They trip you up with a lot of small words. That's what a key with a contract. That's why you want to get an attorney. Because you'll think you know because you looked up some big word. That's not what they tripped you up at. The big word will throw you off, because now you feel like you know it or you know it. You got to look at what I put in here and what I said concerning it and how I directed the word. It makes a major difference. That's why you pay attorneys to look at contracts and not you. I ain't stupid. Yes, you are. They tell all the time, any man represent himself, he has a fool for a client. You will watch an attorney get arrested, and you ain't going to believe it. They will hire an attorney. You will not see an attorney say, I don't need an attorney. They already know where it's going. Yep. It's bad.
Yep.
You need somebody separate from you to look at this.
That's right.
Okay, let's try it. You will represent, so let me see. When you committed Qatar, you would go to Yahuah and you would, what was this you would do? Somebody said no. What happened, Dane? When you commit Qatar, you go and you go to the Kohan and he go for you. Oh, because he going to know the gifts that's going to be offered by the tururah. You're going to go in off opinion and feeling. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot. You're going to do just like the Benin or Harun. They offered a strange incense, and he killed both of them. It best you let somebody else do it for you. Even when the people messed up, when Musha told them they had committed a great Qatar, he said, I'll go up. He said, I'll go up for you. He let them people know. You done committed, you think you need to be the person to go represent yourself? Wow. When the judge tell he hold you in contempt, how many of y'all don't know what that means? That's good, everybody. 1, 2. Now, that's a lot of hands that someone asked on their phone. Shane, tell them what contempt is when the judge say hold you in contempt. Now, that's why I don't just help. Tell them what contempt is when the judge say I hold you in contempt. That means your hand should have been up. See, how to help y'all out. Don't worry about somebody gonna look my hand up. You didn't know. How many of y'all know what contempt is when the judge say hold y'all in contempt? Y'all had your hand up? Adam, what does contempt mean? You ain't had your hand up. What it mean? You don't want to fight you. It means you're in a state of being despised. When the judge says, I hold you in contempt, that means I despise you. I despise you. Did the judge hold you in contempt? And what did he do? He shook your hand. That's right. That's true. Yeah. But see, people don't know what I mean. When they tell you, you keep talking, I hold you in contempt. He's telling you, I'm getting what. Let's see what despise is. I'm telling you, these words, they don't even pay attention. They don't even know what they're doing. Yeah, keep talking to me. I put on deodorant. He said you distinking, despise. Down on with disrespect or aversion. To look down on with disrespect or aversion, despise. What definition? Oh man, look funny. Why does it look funny? Click right here. No. We're gonna put definite. They got Hindu. They don't know no Hindu thing about it. To look down on with disrespect or aversion. You see what the man tell you? Because he's looking at that. The way he'll talk to you and do that, that's what I'm doing. I'm finna disrespect you. That's what the man tell me I'm finna do. So we had a respect. I was addressing you as Mr. Dane. I'm just you, Mr. Dane. You address my honor, but you keep talking. Now I'm finna hold you in a state of I'm finna hold you in contempt. Most people wouldn't even know what that mean. That the man said I'm finna disrespect you. What I'm gonna do to you is finna be a disrespect. Hands. Who know where I'm going? That's tight. He might have. You should. Let's see what you got, Austin. Tell him what. That's right. That's what. See, y'all need to pay attention. He said he named the book out Shamshun. Shamshun. That's what he did to them. After they had killed their wife, he got angry with them. He said, though he had did that to them, he said he was going to do them a disservice. He said, and he was going to be blameless too. He was going to do them a disrespect. He did them a straight. He looked at what they did. He held them in a state of, he looked like, I need to disrespect you. You disrespected me. They burned his wife up and his father-in-law. So he said, they did to me. He said, what I'm going to do to them? He said, when I do it too, he said, I'm going to be blameless. That's what the judge looked like. I'm going to disrespect you only because you disrespected me. I told you to shut up. I told you to stop. You kept going, so I'm going to disrespect you. You disrespected the court. You disrespect the office of what they stand for. Hello? Y'all don't know. Let's see. Pick it up to Huggy said 16 and what? Go ahead. You despise his judgment? He said he's going to hold you in contempt. Well, instead of being despised on his end. You agree or disagree? Agree or disagree? You say you think it's saying that you disrespect his judgment. You hate his judgment? Whatever he told you, you hate it, but he holds you in contempt. Let's see what it means to hold you in contempt. Let's see. Boy, if you wrong. My brother Shaul said something. Hold in contempt. Judge someone have committed the offense or contempt of the court. The advocate was held in contempt for subpoenaing the judge. Consider someone or something to be unworthy of respect or attention. You know what my brother said? He said gonna be somebody that don't like that. Y'all know my brother. You know what that get me though? Just you know what I be saying. How my brother be knowing this stuff? I don't even be talking. Y'all, you know what you know what I think? Y'all think I be going home talking to my brother? I don't tell my brother. Wow. Oh, the legal sense may be defined as willful disobedience to or open disrespect of a court judge or a legislative body. In a general sense, if you hold someone in contempt, it simply means that you despise or strongly disapprove of. My brother can't be wrong. That two check. No, you good though. You good. My brother said that. He said, "Oh yeah, and tell them they good too. They do it." My brother said, "Also tell you he hold no ill feeling, Pastor." There you go, black light. He said, "You know what I'm saying?" My brother said something too, but it's gonna be to make sure. I talked to him. He'll tell me about it later. So I mean, I guess we kind of look at these things from the end of you need to know how you operate. See, our Sefer is what it's actually called, scroll of books. The reason why it's important because they don't just teach you about don't commit adultery, don't lust, don't have other Elohims. It teach you how to live. He said, that's why he said, if a man doth these things, he live by them, because it's a culture. It's not just one thing, it's a culture. So when people are gonna mosh pot them, they look at, first of all, are you in position to do it? Because you're gonna judge me according to your culture. That's gonna be a different. That's why even they use a jury, even though the judge is actually, what people don't realize, they actually more or less they're actually supposed to be separate from the prosecutor. They're actually supposed to be like this. I don't see nobody, I ain't on nobody's side. I'm just basically refereeing. When somebody out there, I call order. Just like a referee with them folks, I break. Everybody go to their neutral corner. You know what I'm saying? I call, and I call for certain things, make sure things are being official. All he basically is an officiator. That's all the judge is. He basically officiate. That's why they let a judge. Now you can put your sand in the hands of a judge, like Daoud did when he asked him for mashpat. We were gonna pass mashpat on him when he numbered the arm. He gave some choices. He said, let me fall in the hands of Yahuah. He said, because you were calm.
That's right.
Which means this is why people would choose sometimes not to get a jury, and sometimes a judge, or attorney would say, let's go before the judge. Because this is a matter of, I can argue a law. He knows law. You deal with a jury, don't know law. They explain things to a jury in a way where I need you to give me this verdict. Based off of how you present the case, a judge knows the law. That's why the official, just like a judge, you might look at a referee. Why he start the fight? He's trained to look at a couple of things of the response time. He's looking at the eyes. You sitting on the side thinking about your money. I'm in this ring. I know a person, if they conscious, what they supposed to be able to do. You saying you're okay, but you gave certain signs based off of how I'm trained to know, stop the fight. So a judge, when you give in the hands of a judge, the thing becomes, the judge knows the law, and sometimes it turns like, this is our best bet to go before the judge. Sometimes a judge, let's look at the ignorant jury. Because all I need is one of these fools in here to fall asleep, and I catch them off and they like something, and we get this whole thing thrown out. So that's why they look and they try to decide which way to go. See, when he come back, that's going to be it. Y'all got it? The witnesses are going to be the people that prevailed, that didn't do it, that overcame it. That's what's going to shoot everybody in the foot. The fact that he got people that did it. That's why he needs y'all young people in school, because the other kids in school going to say what they can't do, and it's hard in school, and you got to do this, and nowhere like the young lady, you can't be in it. I'm telling you, you ask all of my girlfriends, they'll tell you can't wear no pants in school. It's hard. It's nobody. He said, well, I got something that did it. That's going to be a guilty verdict. I'll see everything. The one y'all holding out, that's why he needs to do it. There's no way to condemn it if nobody done it. That's what Yahusha said. Had I not come and done the work, he said that nobody else done. He said you wouldn't even have no qatar. He said because nobody did the work. So he only brought this man also to be a witness that it can be done. That's why you a fool to go through and think you're going to get by with qatar. He's already proven it can be done without qatar. Okay. Come on. I know we done covered it. We done been everywhere, but it's a reason. This is 15:1. Shaphatym is what we're talking about in the book of Shaphatym. They call judges. Let's see what happened over here. Listen.
And it came to pass after some Yamim at the Yamim of wheat harvest that Shaphatym visited his Ashah with a kid of goats and said, I shall go in to my Ashah in her room, but her Abba would not let him go in.
So y'all see that? Now, this is important for you to pay attention because it's also letting you know something. In the 5th chapter of the book of 1 Thessalonians, what did he tell y'all? 5:1. Tell them what he said. Oh, the what now? Say it louder, they can hear. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear him? Say it louder so I can hear you. What happened? You hear that? Listen to him. You have no need that I write unto you. No, you're not. Why? That they just told you when that man came. Listen, where they pull him out. Listen, I know it looked like I was going to tell you wrong. You're right. Listen what he told you. Listen again. 5:15:1.
And it came to pass after some Yamim.
Come to pass, that means it happened. Listen, after some days, tell them what happened.
At the Yamim of wheat harvest.
Why are you specifying wheat harvest? Because all our muharts come around the time either we're gathering in. during the beginning of or during the ending of it. So it just come to pass after some days, he came back during the wheat harvest. Tell him what happened.
That Shamshun visited his Asha with a kid of goats and said, I shall go in to my Asha in her room.
Yeah.
But her Abba would not let him go in.
So let me ask y'all a question. When do you typically go into the wife? How about after you marry? In the 19th chapter of the book of Chazun, it told you that the marriage of the Lamb had come. And that his Asha, his Isha, had made herself ready. So why would she have herself ready to do what? For him to come into her? Wow, interesting. Well, it's letting you know when he's coming back. Your writers also to the book of Oriah that told you who know when he would come in the second or the third watch.
That's right.
Couldn't have told you first watch because he already came.
That's right.
We have 3 appointments that we have to appear. Every male has to appear before him. That's and we keep what they call Passover, when we keep Pesach, and when we keep what they call Pentecost, Ukak Shabur or Shabur and that's the first fruits. And then we got Sokar, that's the last. That's the last Sokar. That's when we go in the boost for 7 days.
That's right.
Now, he said, who know what he gonna come in the second or the third watch? He never told you first watch because he already came once.
That's right.
He told you as upon it, well, so as there's upon on the sheen.
Once to move.
After this,
The mashpah.
so the Mashiach once suffered.
That's right.
He's not doing it again.
No, sir.
So he appeared one time. It's only 2 more times to appear.
Come on.
Okay. So that's amazing. What was Shamshun called? Shaphatym. He was called a Nazareth. A Nazareth. That's the reason and the town and place where it come from. In the 2nd chapter of the book of Mathathyahu, it clearly tell you at the end that Yahusha will grow up in it, that he's going to be called a Nazareth. Now, they just told you when that man came into his wife. It was after the wheat harvest. So we got to look at what time period we looking for him to show up. Let's see what happened.
Her Abba said, I really thought that you hated her intensely.
And so what you do?
So I gave her to your companion.
Guess what happened? You ain't going to believe it. You supposed to be his bride. And you done gave yourself away because you thought he hated you. I just knew he hated me. I didn't know you still wanted me. I would have killed myself. What happened?
Is not her younger Akuth more beautiful than she? Please let her be to you instead of her. Shamshun said to them, this time I shall be blameless than the Philistine when I do with them the Rosha.
Come on.
Shamshun went and caught 300 foxes and took torches and turned tail to tail and put 1 torch in the midst between 2 tails.
And did what?
When he had set fire to the torches, he sent them out into the standing grain of the Philistine and burned up from the shocks and unto the standing grain, along with the vineyards and groves. Then the Philistines said, who did this? And they said, Shamshun, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he took his Asha and gave her to his companion. So the Philistine came up and burned her and her Abba with fire.
Come on.
Shamshun said to them, though you do like this, yet I shall surely take revenge on you, but after that I shall cease.
Y'all ain't gonna believe it. That's what Yahusha gonna do when he come back.
That's right.
He ain't gonna cease until his anger done. He said till he done accomplish his anger.
That's right.
After he done did it, he looked at this. After I do what I'm finna do to y'all this time, he said, this I cease. I should have took you out by that point. When people want to know when the man gonna come back and when he gonna stop, after he done execute all his anger on us, and he done destroyed and took out the people that took his Asha and gave him away. What y'all think happened when they took us? See, this is what y'all don't realize. That's what they thought about us when they took us. Remember, Yahuah had rejected us. That's how you got dispersed. So you know what the white folk thought when they took us and other people that capped us, they spread us? They should have thought the man hated us. That's what they thought, so they gave us away. Why you think you've been sold to so many people? You've been traded out through many people. I don't know why you just leave it on white people. Everybody owned you. Your own people own you. So everybody thought that he hated us, so they gave us away. So he looked at he's going to do them a disservice. Look at these people. Let me tell you something. Greece, and Rome are burning. They are burning right now. You ain't gonna believe it. They used to have us. Everybody that had their hands on us, then he gonna do the same thing he did to Philistine. He gonna execute mashpat on them. And you know what he say he gonna do? I'm gonna be blameless. He done looked at it according to the tururah. The tururah is eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. He already looked at it. He's already measured it. What he gonna do to him? He's gonna be blameless. That's all he gonna do. Hello? Wow. That's something. That's bad. Don't y'all know these folk in a mess? They did stuff shouldn't have done. Even when you look at these folk when they came along, when it came down to Noah, they called him Noah. After the ark, after the water subsided, the Ma'im, he had gone into his tent and he had a couple of drinks. The writings record that he was drunk. And when he did, his son Cam came in. He uncovered him and seen his nakedness. You ain't gonna believe it. He cursed him. He said, all are him. You ain't gonna believe it, damn, they brought us into slavery. They seen his nakedness. All are them. That's what he told them. All are, he had seen him. He had uncovered, he had seen his nakedness. Here's a shot, you ain't gonna believe it. We his bride.
That's right.
What you think these people doing? They were uncovering us.
Saw our nakedness.
They saw our nakedness. That's what he did with Cam. He got angry with him.
That's
he
right.
uncovered it and saw his mother's nakedness.
That's right.
When he found out, he woke up and had saw what he had done, he cursed him. What y'all think these people did when they brought their stripped us down? We're his bride. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And Noah was Sadiq.
That's right.
Hello? The writing record him as Sadiq. He was
Yes,
a righteous
sir.
man.
That's right.
And they uncovered his nakedness. Don't you know who you belong to? Those your body not yours. It belong to Yahuah.
Mm-hmm.
So they uncovered your naked. They uncovered Yahuah's nakedness.
Mm.
So when they said they uncovered his nakedness, everybody thought he was talking about uncovering Noah. He uncovered it. He saw his mother.
That's right.
That belonged to him. That was his nakedness. So when they uncovered us, you uncovered his nakedness.
That's right.
Go figure. Go figure. Come on back to that Chazun right quick. Let me just finish what I want to hear. We done kind of hit a lot of stuff, haven't we? We talked on a lot, then this court stuff kick up. I don't know how we get on this stuff. We start out with Musha, and we done jumped all the way over here. Let's finish this up right, Chazun. I know y'all tired. I see in your eyes. I see here butter sliding down a little bit. Boy, you ought to rub yourself on some biscuits and just throw them in the oven right quick. Man, that was a biscuit rubber. All right, listen. This is what I said, 21, 6. What I told you, 21:6?
Yes, sir.
Come on. Chazun, they call it Revelation. They call it Revelation.
And he said to me,
Hands up, don't show. They ain't him. Go ahead.
and he said to me, it is done. I am the olive and the toot,
That's right.
Barashit and the end.
And that's
I
how
shall-
we got over to looking in the 21st chapter. And what I was taking out of to show y'all, that actually what I was trying to show you what didn't make sense, because this is Yahuchanan, and he's a Chazun, he's showing him a vision. And he said he was in the Isle of Patmos, and he was in the Ruach. And Yahuah is showing him all the things, and he's seeing the Maliki speak to him. It doesn't make sense that he's speaking Greek when he appeared to Shaul, who was born, he was a citizen of Italy, yet he was Yehudi. He said he spoke to me in Abary. Now he's talking Greek to a man who in the Ruach, and he been brought up and seeing things in Shaphatym. Why are we speaking Greek in Shaphatym when the man done came on the rocks and spoke Abary?
Yeah.
You see where so many things are contradictory. That's all I want you to see. Does that make sense? In Shaphatym, he takes me up in the Ruach, and I'm hearing Greek. He came down here to a man born in Italy, a citizen of Rome, and he spoke Abary to him. Because they always are trying to impress. That's why folks feel justified in fraternity, because they'll tell you Jesus was Greek. Of course he is. The Greeks gave him to you, the Greeks and the Romans. I tell you to give you your heroes, your saviors, and your enemies. It makes no sense that he was speaking Greek, this man in no Shaphatym. That makes no sense. Come on.
And he said to me, it is done. I am the olive in the two, bar sheet in the end.
That's
I
right.
shall give to the one who thirsts from the spring of the Ma'im of Kai freely. The one who overcomes shall inherit all this, and I shall be to him as Elohim, and he shall be to me as a being.
Y'all don't know what happened, why he told him he going to give it to him freely. When they went through all of the alarm, after they came out of Mizraim, they had to pay for Ma'im and
Right.
for food. They were told that. He strictly told them that. He told them not to take it. He told them you buy it. So when they had Ma'im, when they wanted Ma'im, when they crossed through people, they had to pay them for that. So now he said, whoever thirsts, I give it to him freely. He came back in the book of Yahuah, they call Isaiah. He told them, why do you spend money for that? That ain't even water, ain't even drink. It don't even satisfy your thirst. See, the thing was when they kept buying it, they had to keep buying it. It never satisfied them. So now he will offer them something that was going to continue. That's why he told, I'll make a well in you that you'll never thirst again. So they were constantly handing about, well, you look at this you kept doing a repeated action. You constantly had to keep paying. He said, now I'm going to give it to you without cost. He said, I'm going to give you water without cost and bread without cost. But you wouldn't understand that. See, you had to be in this situation. That's why you got to be a student of the Torah so you can watch what happens with them. It's more than just law. He wants you to watch behavior. So what he's offering them is something to break behavior. Showing them the way you've been going, you've never been satisfied. He said you bind it, but it's not satisfying you. Sometimes it's satisfying to where you don't have to get it again. You don't get no Ruach HaKodesh, no error of the week. See, he said, I'll leave you a comforter that will abide forever. The problem was, all the other time, everything would descend and go away from them. Even before, it would move on them and leave. It couldn't stay. You're under the Torah. It couldn't stay. It'll abide, it'll set. The Ruach will rest upon them, and it's got to move. See, even when they were here, they constantly kept having to move. They even told us, say, here, we have no continuing city. They constantly were moving. That's how they were vagabonds. All of them were constantly moving. Pack your stuff and go. Pack your stuff and go. He was trying to give us a place where you sit down, you ain't got to move no more. That's why it was important for them to go through those steps. Why would they desire something with him if they already had food when they ate, they weren't hungry anymore? They already had water and they drank it, they're not thirsty anymore. They already had a place when they sat down and they moved. I constantly kept them moving so they would seek a place. They will seek a place of shalom that they don't have to move. What you think we're looking for? Now, y'all done cross states. It's a reason why. I didn't get moving apartment, moving here, sell the house, move here, gotta do here, gotta do that. So it make you desire a place that you want that's continuing. Got it? A continuing ruach. That's right, a continuing ma'im, a continuing lakam. So it's all these different things. This is what we desire of it. Come on.
But for the coward of the lob, and who do not aman, and is abominable, and the murderers and the fornicators.
Okay, go to 22 and 6. Hold on, I try to let y'all go. I know y'all tired. I know you tired, soldier. Come on.
And he said to me, these are the Dabarim are Amunah. These Dabarim are Amunah and Amat.
And the truth.
And Yahuah, the all of the Ruach and the Nabaim, Shalak his Malaki to show to his Abadim the
See
things.
that? The Malaki, they're apostles. See, just told they were sent. Listen.
To show to his Abadim the things which must happen quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, I come quickly. Barak is he who heeds the Dabarim of the Nabah, and the Dabarim of the Nabah of the scroll.
Mm-hmm.
And I, Yahuchanan, shama them, and he saw these things. And it came to pass when I shama and saw, I fell down at the regal of the Malaki, who showed me these things.
He fell at the feet of the Malaki to do what?
Who showed me these things.
Who showed you these things?
To shakah him.
To worship him, to adore him. What happened?
But he said to me.
What did he say?
See, you do not do this.
See that I don't do this. Why not?
For I am an abad as you are.
You're a servant, a worker, just like me.
And a re'ah of yours,
and a companion of yours,
and of your Akim the Nabaim,
and of your brother the Nabaim,
and of those who heed the Dabarim of this scroll.
and those that do what?
Heed the Dabarim of this
Those
scroll.
that acknowledge the words of the Sefer. That's why Yahushua had to go back in 40 days to Shamayim, because they got to keep the same rule, the same ritual. They parallel.
That's right.
I know you forgot why we went here. Now then Shamayim and they Ruachs and they not men and they keeping the same scroll. Why you think Yahushua had to go back in 40 days? He couldn't go back in. He had just been born again when he came up from the rock.
Come on.
So he had to stay 40 days because your tururah is a male child after birth. When it breaks the matrix, come out from the womb, just like that's why they had to put the stone there. It couldn't be open. Why would it come out of open womb? That means something been in it. So you close the wound up, he's got to break it. They don't even know why the stone was there.
Mm-hmm.
Go down that thing sitting there wide open, talking about, this the first time. No, somebody been in that thing, girl. Stop it. But you can drive a tractor trailer and tell me, I know, oh, damn, I did the first time. So you put the stone now. It's similar to breaking it. So now when he came out, you start counting. He couldn't go into Shamayim after 40 days. He was just born again.
That's right.
I know we went over some other place because I had to debunk a lot of stuff they say. But you got to understand why he told you. That's why the writings had to tell you, being seen of them. And they told you Musa when he was full,
40 years
his
old.
birthday. It's his birthday. And when he broke out to go see him, 40 days. He went to see his Akim. Guess what Yahusha did? He told you, I'm sorry, he told you, a Nabal, Yahuah shall raise up. Wow, I went to see my Akim at 40. He went to see his at 53. We just alike. That's why he had to be born from the rights, born again, 40 days. It was simple, and it would show you the Torah. That was law. 40 days he can go in. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's what we do. I don't want y'all to think I just made up something. It's important that you know that all these things work together for the two of them that, what was it? And called according to his purpose. See that, right? He got a purpose why he called you. See that? That's how it works. People say, it don't work out for me. Well, that ain't the purpose he got for you. Go figure. See, when we do what we mandated to do, and we try to make sure that the relationship, the correlation, the foot, the sock, the shoe, the rock, what don't belong? The rock, not with the shoe and the sock and the foot. Y'all got it? It can be used somewhere, not there. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now we'll show how the rock will work for you right quick. I'll let y'all go. Yeshayahu 8 and 9. How about that? I'll try to let y'all go. Eight and 6. Yesha. Yahu. Yesha. Appreciate y'all hanging in here. I know it's rough. I ain't seen them eyes. I'm sorry. I seen the eye coverings. Oh, it's bad. I mean, y'all gotta go home and get a nap. Y'all know we coming here for Shabbat. Listen. I tell y'all, like until you tell me, listen. If y'all wasn't so behind, I'll let y'all sleep in my class. I'll be honest. Man told me, he said, Mr. Man, he said, if you got your word, he said, I wouldn't mind you playing. But you too far behind, son. Y'all know why we had to put all this time in? Because we behind. Y'all learned something, it's new to you. The sad part, it's been there. We said, whoo, boy, I just learned something. How long it been in there? So it takes time because he's looking to see who's persistent, who's consistent. A lot of us not consistent. We're not persistent about trying to get information. You just want enough to get by. I want to make sure I have a relationship. I want to make sure I'm too. Y'all know the book say, if your law condemn you, what that is now? All he and greater. That's bad. A lot of him folks, y'all heart condemn y'all. You can only imagine where he at with you. You think your condemnation greater than his? He said, you ain't even in the ballpark with how I feel about you. That's why we got to make sure we clean this stuff up. That's why we got to make sure we create the relationship. We got to do, we've been taught all the plan. When Asu was going to kill Yaakov, who they call Esau, killing Jacob, what did Yaakov do? He sent gifts. He sent gifts. He was trying to mend before he met him. The man trying to kill me. Why would I not try to repair it before I meet him? He said, every time you let him know I'm right behind I'm right behind the gift I'm sending. I'm right behind it. By the time he got there, he was like, what is this? He had soothed his anger. His anger told her, after your brother had finished mourning for your Abba, he's going to kill you. And she sent him away. This man, listen, when this man get through mourning, he's going to kill y'all. I'm going to warn y'all just like Rebecca did. I'm just telling you, I do what you want. The man going to kill y'all when he get through mourning. These are the days of mourning. When he get through mourning, he's going to kill y'all. You better be trying to make reconciliation with this man. That's what your code showed us. We stole the man's birthright. The man pissed. These people got away in a sense scot-free. Right? Do it your way. Stay empty-handed. You don't pay tithe, you don't pay offering, you don't pay nothing. You should be good. It ain't about the money. Don't worry about it. Because whatever it was, that man sent him camel loaded down. Every time. He tried to listen. That man trying to make reconciliation with him. I'm trying to reconcile. You trying to reconcile with what? That's what I thought. Yep, you should be dead any time. You know the man coming. Why would you try to make reconciliation with him? Why wouldn't you try to repair the breach? We stole. We stole our deal. Wow. Wow. That's tight. You had to suffer for it. Your code had to suffer for that now. He had to suffer for it. Labor did him some kind of offer though, didn't he? He had to suffer what he did though. You got to pay for what you done. Because he told you the right of the firstborn is his now. That book told you that the right of the first. Listen, if you have two and one is of the beloved or the copy B and one is of the hated, he said the right of the firstborn is his. That's his, that man, that's his right. That's why, listen, why y'all think Yahushua told him? He said when you get tired, he said you're going to break his yoke. Man, we put a yoke on Yahusha. Y'all didn't know we put a yoke on that man? That's work, labor. We put it on him. And that man tired, that man broke the yoke. He said, after you become restless, he said, you're going to break his yoke off you. When the man came, he came as an abad, a servant. Yeah, we ruled over him. He was a servant. He was an abad. When that man got up, that man done broke the yoke. If I was you, I wouldn't try to call him no abad no more. I wouldn't call him that to his face. Hello? They had another guy like that in play. Bugsy. He didn't like for you to call him Bugsy. He'll kill you. Bugsy, he responsible for setting Las Vegas up, that city everybody go gamble to. He didn't want to have that vision for that. Putting a casino out in the desert. The mob thought it was the most retarded, stupidest thing they ever seen. Now everybody go to the desert to gamble. He told them, he like, listen, they gonna come here. It's gonna be a paradise. He didn't get to live to see it finished out all the way. They killed him. He loved a woman named Virginia. She stole from him, and the mob found out about it. He'd rather let them kill him than her, kind of like Yahushua. They knew Bugsy wouldn't take no money. He didn't care about no money. He just wanted to see it set up and be done. But his old lady stole the money. Instead of letting her get killed for it, he just let them kill him. Go figure. When that man come back, you won't be able to reconcile. That's why we're taking the time. I'm trying to get everybody first to see what part you played in this. This man gonna kill us for his birthright. Now, you got opportunity to repair what you got, and you can keep doing what you're doing. Let me just be honest with you. The average of y'all, I'm positive of this, you've done nothing different. You've done nothing different. Nothing that sparks you to change you, to do nothing different. Let go of things, make changes, make provision for your nefarious start. Get more serious about making sure you right with this man, that there is a relationship, that you know you have a relationship, that you can conversate with this man, that you are considering, that you are wearing your demise, your death, that you are so unworthy of anything this man does for you, but you still stuck in your way and your end, and you just want things to just get better for you, but you've not done anything to be better yourself with him. Makes no sense logically. Why would things be better? What are you doing better? You lie better. You manipulate better. You're more sneakier. So the sad part about you doing it, the man sees you. We did an illustration one time. I had one to get up. I said, try to get out of my sight. I'm just saying, watching him. That's us. How you getting out of his sight? He said, can any hide himself in secret places where I don't see him? So he see masturbation, he see fornication, he see adultery, he see lying, he see everything we do. Why don't you just try to get right? Why don't you just try to get right? He can look through it, he see the inner parts of man. He said, I searched the inner parts. Why, listen, when it came down to offering for our kata, you know, it wasn't just like we would do the hind quarter, you would do the breast, it might be a shoulder. Then he said, I want a kidney. Let me get the liver. And you would think, he desired the inward parts because he was trying to get man to see, I desire the inward parts of you. Not just the physical. That was the outside part we offered, but then he would ask for the kidney. He said, give me the what he called the adrenal gland, the core set above the liver. You know what I'm saying? Detail. You're thinking, I got to go and cut this. He would want that. He said, I searched the insides of man. He let you know that he desires. So we had to get inward parts. Give me the heart. They thinking they got a knot. You thinking, I just give him the whole thing. He said, yeah, but okay, you give me the whole thing. But I don't want the whole thing. Give me the inward parts. So you understood what all you were giving him. You know what we do? We'll give him the superficial parts. We won't give him the parts on the inside we protect. We protect certain things and we don't want to let go of it. What we do with our eyes secretly, what we do with our heart, we lust after secretly. All these things we do, these the part, he said, I desire those parts, but you keep them from it. You give me, oh, lift up your hands and your feeble knees, all physical, all outside. I need them inward parts. I need them part where you go and store things, you hide things you think you hide. He said, but I search you. And the fact you won't give them to me, tell me something else. You have, remember the kid doing so you come, they do like this. You said, what you got? Nothing. Now what you really want to do? I really want to see what's in their hand now. Because you hollered nothing and you stuck something behind your back. You're like, what behind now? No, I really need to see now. And that's what he look at with us. Now I really got to see. Because you're keeping it from me. You won't submit. When he told you to present your body, he talking about everything. See, that's what Yahusha had to do. See, we had certain part we did. He said, I want you to present this with all of the inward parts. I want everything in it. So he talked about presenting our body. We knew that. We was an offering when we present. He said everything. Don't take nothing out of it. I want you to give me everything. I want to show you how particular I am that I ask for a certain part, but now I'm telling you, give me the whole body since you know that I know what's on the inside. I know the things I'm designing are crucial parts. They're critical parts. Now I want the whole body. And you study trying to see what you can keep and what you can hide. Folks, get yourself right. You're going to burn. Mm-hmm. Listen, it might be the last time I tell you. You might not get up. I know you probably, chance you will. But you can mess around, you be cut off there, man. Y'all better give your whole self to this, man. I did that. I did it. You hold back, you can keep. That's why I let go of stuff. People hate, man, I ain't got time for that stuff. I'm way too busy for that kind of stuff. Man, I'm going to mess around and everything I'm working for, I'm finna burn for you. That makes no sense. That's everything in vain. Everything in vain I've done. I'm going to sit here and hold something and leave out of here and I'm going to burn for you, anybody. For you, it will never happen. It'll never happen. Nothing. I'm good. Listen, I'm making my life to look at. I am making sure I keep a relationship. And part of it making sure I search myself. Making sure in myself I am right with this man. Make sure I'm good with this man. I am staying in communication with you. I am cognizant about what you want me to do. I am conscious to what you want me to do. And this is my desire, my aim. Above everything. Above everything, I got to make it in. Then I said I keep my mind set on I can lose everything. If I ain't got my soul right, I done lost everything anyway. I can possess all things and have nothing. I can possess my soul and have all things. It's all about how you want to look. At the end of the day, that's what's going to matter. That's the final finish of everything. My soul having a resting place. I can't burn forever. Man told me one time years ago, said only 2 reasons why he wouldn't do it. He said, too hot and you got to stay too long. Said, one for that, I'll go. What y'all think? That's the only reason I won't go to Sheol. Only 2 reasons. It's too hot and I got to stay too long. Other than that, I will go. And you just that, like that, I mean, I shoot by for a fraction of a second. But since you got to stay so long and so hot, yeah, I'll pass. Y'all got me? Y'all need to start making some consideration now. Young and old, y'all start making some. I tell you, y'all need to be talking with your young people. Talk with these kids. Talk with them. Don't let it just be something I do. Let them know This is the way to live. Y'all put a lot of stuff and y'all make it look like, hey, just preacher, just talking. Oh, that's just preaching. And then you live such a shabby life. And then they see your shabby life. And they'll blame this stuff and think, shabby stuff. They think, well, what's the purpose of serving? You ain't going to have nothing. You're going to be struggling. You're going to be doing, listen, you do what's right. It ain't about the material thing. It's about having a comfort. It's about having a surety. It's about having security, man. You can desire to have things, but he got to be above all that. Y'all got it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't going to tell her, man, you want something. You finna burn the show. That's stupid. That's just stupid. The man wants you to have things, but he needs you to know where do everything come from. Who's the provider? Who's the giver of? Who's the regulator? And sometimes he teaches you. I told you before, how many of y'all done start practicing to tell your kid no? Sit down. I know y'all want to do it. Something, couple, yeah, sit down. Just go sit down. Everybody doing this, you just want to teach it. You know, that's why people don't work. Think about it. I'm telling you, the city teaches you everything fast moving. Come just sit down. Them folks on the porch just sit out there. Just say, you looking, they looking up, you trying to figure, I could be doing something else. They just sit down. They just sit down somewhere. Just go sit down somewhere. And you ain't even, you like, go sit down somewhere. You be thinking, I ain't sit down long enough. Sit down. Don't keep asking me now. They just taught you, I'm telling you, stuff that looks so stupid when you're young, they taught you patience. The day, these kids don't know about patience, because everybody, they said from a microwave, that thing glowing and they glowing. The microwave, that thing just turning their eyes. I don't use no microwave. I don't eat out no microwave. I use mine to put stuff in there. That stuff kills. They shown it. They put water in the microwave, pour it on the plant, kill the plant. Ain't nothing in it. Whenever you put something in the microwave, when you hit that microwave, you ate that. Listen, it's a proven fact. You killed everything in it. All you ate was you're going to be full. Your body got nothing out of it. How long can your body exist eating food and it gets nothing out of it? It can't, because your body's supposed to absorb the nutrients from it, the protein, all those things, how your body functions in you, it kills it. And you know how I get it? Because it moves fast. Now, how I'm going to sit here and wait on Yahuah, everything got speedy and fast? They talk coffee, you'd have to wait. Man, as soon as you push a button, coffee. Years ago, you couldn't get no coffee. You had to cook coffee. You had to have pot. You had to cook it, set it. You had to wait. Everything was wait. But you didn't think nothing about the wait time until somebody came with something faster. Because it pushed you. That's why folk can't wait. Listen, they got churches. You drive through. Don't even got your, listen, y'all, seriously, y'all don't know. They been drive, you sit in your car, because folks don't have time to get out. It takes too long. Drive up and just go. People got to go, man. Don't drive them fast. Everybody, listen, that's why they got to put 2 lanes. You folks can't, they like, man, they ain't had drive through it. They need another lane. Give them another lane. They can't wait. You ain't going to believe it. Still the same 2 windows up there. Ain't nobody changing all that running and put 4 lanes. They break out the lane. It's still one wonder. But they ain't got no better brain. It's the illusion. It's the illusion. Yahuah, why would Yahuah tell us to wait on Yahuah? Why would he tell us to wait? Because it takes time. Why would a man keep insisting to wait if he move real fast? Take time. And be of good courage. Get how we do it. Everything fast can't wait. That's why you fake. That's why you go do something you ain't got no business. Because you ain't been told. Wait. Them folks said in Mizraim, we read about them coming out. Why you don't look at the time? People don't even read. They were there for 430 years. Guess what they had to learn? Thank you. Patience. I ain't got 430 years. You ain't got no time because you done wasted it up. And you won't give him no time. Gotta wait. That's what you're trying to be patient. He delivers. But we move, so everybody wants stuff so fast. It's been time, it look like, man, it's it. You ain't show up. And then you get past that, you get it going. Be like, what happened? I thought that was it. Yeah, I thought it was. Just wait. Why you ain't got no cover? Why all of a sudden he get there one situation he can't do nothing? That's what we give up at. How many of y'all had a situation you needed him to come right then, he didn't come right then, and you died, and your whole world ended, you ain't living no more. How many of y'all need him to come right then? He ain't come then. It was like, man, this is it, and you didn't make it. You right now you in the grave. Where you at? So how we make it? But how many had that at that moment? Like this it though. If you don't come right now. He tried to teach us. You keep saying something based off somebody else. Won't you let me work and do what I do? I shoot at the end. Somebody just teach you the company. When Meshach, Shadrach, and one bad Negro were put in that fire, you know what they looked at? They said before they went in, if he don't come, he able. So their mind was, listen, it ain't always he gonna deliver me, but it will definitely not be because he can't. That's the difference. They had the mindset going in. If he does not come, they want everybody to know it's not because he can't. But they knew he delivered. You know what we do? He ain't come right then. You're supposed to stop believing in him. Nobody stopped believing in him because of that. People say, I got too much history. I got too much experience. You need experience. Why you think he putting y'all in these difficult situations? I didn't just get here. This has been years of struggle, years of want to quit, years of looking at stuff coming, years of can't figure this out, years of looking like you ain't gonna get it. But you keep pressing, and then you see the end result say, wow, I was a fool. I was seeing him judging out other people. I want you to move to the speed of somebody else and look at it all worked out. Had you come sooner, had you did something else, no doubt I wouldn't be here then. Because every time you come fast, I'm going to keep wanting you to stay fast. Faster and faster, faster and faster. And then when you don't come, now I quit, I faint. I learned patience. I learned when he put me somewhere, because I need you to think. I need you to stop what you're doing. I just need you to think. Start going back. That's what he got to go back over everything by himself, even from the time he was born. How many times you really sit back and go back over your life? We're too busy. Man, I'm busy. I'm so busy, it is ridiculous. So but I have that time. I try to tell them, you gotta have time to think on him. I got that time. When I send y'all Yun Palau, that be after I done Palau maybe twice. But I send it out to y'all because I said I want to do something different. I said, so what? I get up and I do it. I could do it early. I said, well, I know they hear that thing. Some folks tell me, I mean, you got to get up there early. I ain't going to win. I ain't going to win. Some people like, what kind of man get up this time? That kind of man can't sleep. I already been Palau, and I look, I said, well, ain't nobody, I ain't going to let y'all get this one. So y'all got to take this. Y'all got to eat this one. Here it come. I mean, but I want us to push, to look at, man, we got to look at where the world going. You ain't doing nothing different. Why you keep looking for something different? You're doing nothing different. It was needful. It was needful that you wake up and you consider, oh, thank you, Lord, and keep, no. I need to talk to you. I want to gather my thought, make sure it's the same thing. I'm still persistent. I'm still consistent. Same thing. This is what I want. This is what I need you to do. I'm mindful of. I couldn't get myself up. I never said. I first a new day. You thinking? But 7 days in a week, a new day. You don't consider they number to make it like this another 7 days. You never seen that day before. And you keep going, you might not see it out. And I want to consider that. Just because you got me up the morning, don't mean I make it through the whole day. Sometimes you think about, whoo, thank you, thank you, Jesus, thank you, whatever you want to say. And that don't mean you got the whole day. If folks die during the day. So I want to be mindful of, if you don't let me see this whole you, I want to already give you how to do. I already want to acknowledge you because I know everything comes. Man, it's somebody gone. Many people gone. Many people gone. All over the globe, but he kept us. That means he favored us. He let nature favor us. That's all. Ain't nobody, you know what? You know what? I meant not to get y'all up. That's a lie. I meant to get you up. You a fool. You think you ain't slipped through no crack. I meant to get you up. I understand that. Then I know I got to acknowledge you for that. I got to acknowledge you for that because you meant it. I'm thinking, okay, you're alive. Who ain't alive? Except for people who dead. No, sir, I favored you. Then I look at the condition. A hungry man can get up and say what I said, you got me up. He can't say you gave me shelter. He said, gave me a bread. Man, you gave me, listen, got that tip. Somebody else get up, still a quadriplegic. They can say too, you got me up. Everybody can't say what I say. And all of them can maybe have a house, have a car, have clothes. I said, but you gave me a mind and knowledge. I'm grateful. I could have said, Yahuah who? Yahuah who? No, sir. Gave me a mind. I'm mindful of that. Man, listen, having a mind, you get a, boy, if folks had a mind, I got a cousin, and I think a lot of her, she done a lot for me. Shoot, man, she drive and go, she get lost. They had to tell her how to get back home. I said, why y'all let her drive? They said, we can't stop her. Get in the car, just listen, don't even know how to get back. Just go, listen, don't know how to get back. They got to tell her how to get back. Mind just going. Job, listen, had a very, very good job. Listen, they tell, no, we can't do it. We can't keep them. And folks cut just mind gone. Listen, nobody can deal with it. She just go. She just go as she want. Mind gone. Go and get law. Had to call her. How I get home. How I get back. Had to tell her, go, just mind. I'm mindful of that. That could be me. That could be you. You keep going. You just keep living. Listen, you ain't gonna have that mind long. You've been using that thing a long time to lie, deceive, hate, disobey. How long you think that man let you keep that mind? How long for that man turn you over to a reprobate mind? That man could have turned me over to a reprobate mind. Could have gave me up. Huh? Shh. Man, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I learned to be grateful now. Man, appreciate it. That's why I say I ain't got the time thing about a lot of stuff I done. He's like, son, you ain't in no position to hold nothing over nobody. You did a lot of damage. I did a lot of damage. Ooh, I did a lot of damage, man. No regard to people. Now look at how people do that. Talking about like you, nigga. I had a nerve to, how people can do that. And I had to think, yeah, people can do that. When you a nigga, they don't care any color, you can do some dirty stuff to people. And I appreciate that man for forgiving me. So I look at it, man, I can't hold on nobody here. I just keep it moving. I ain't got that, and I feel better. I don't know about, man, I feel, listen, woo, I can see whatever, the whole, that really held me, woo. Man, don't wait that time, I ain't got that time. I'll be out of here before I know. I ain't got that time, man. You listen, I look at this. When you hate people, you got your own problem. Yeah, most of that your own problem. I'm betting it's your own problem. You let something be your problem. That man put you there for a reason. He'll let that eat you up to die and let you die with it. I'm good. Y'all hear me? I'm good. I'm good with myself. I'm good with my creator. That's where I want to be at. Y'all hear me? I ain't making that up. I ain't tossing through my bed. Whoa, I got to get straight with you. Man, what I'm going to do? No. Listen, while he told even your adversary, he should have made people him while he in the way. That what Musha White said for him. Said, man, he was in the way to kill him. Listen, you better make people this man shalom while he in the way. That man get up on you, it going to be it. Now, I can't keep one of y'all. You've been told. But I already know how y'all that game go. You're going to have to try him and see him for yourself. Some of y'all going to learn better when he's striking you down, when he take one of them kids or the whole shebang. He take a husband, wife, and he strike you down. When he hit you with something, you can't get out of it, and nobody can rescue you. But at the end of the day, if you learn. Now, some of y'all going to learn and you ain't going to be able to get back. That's just how the system works. Y'all want the truth. Some of y'all going to learn it, and you ain't going to be able to make it back. I'm just glad to be here. One more time. I'm glad being the number one more time. That's it. One more time. Never that. One more. I might not make it back in the morning. One more time. But while I'm here, my mind good. I do. We're good. All the $2 million.